Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meach. It's time to dish tea with Big Meach. It's time to dish tea with Big Meach. It's time to dish tea with Big Meach.
Darling. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. My mouth was getting juicy, so I was trying to make sure I didn't go slobbing all over everything. Because I was on the roll. I was being able to hold this note carrying on, Chaz. What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers? What's going on in all of your worlds, my darlings? It is another glorious day, and I know you know what time it is. So, honey, I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it is time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach, honey. Let me get these things together because I'm trying to make sure that we have everything moving and grooving and carrying on. Honey, we have a very, very, very exclusive show for you this evening. And I want to make sure that we lay down a couple of ground rules, okay? Because of my guest coming on, he is considered to be a controversial person within what does the internet stratosphere and carrying on. Some of his views are seen I won't say arbitrary, but a lot of his views will challenge the status quo. Okay, so what we're going to do here is to provide an opportunity for us to have wonderful dialogue so that we're not being able to fuss, fight, holler, scream, shout, and all that kind of stuff. Because, excuse me, I've seen some other interviews, and quite frankly, I couldn't get through them because within the first 2 minutes, everybody ready to neck roll and use it, and that there turned me off because I'm like, we can't get anything done or we can't hear the message if you're coming in with preconceived notions, okay? Or if you're coming in ready to tell this motherfucker something, and all of that. So what we're going to do here is to allow our guests to come in, and we will challenge him, but we're going to challenge him respectfully, because one of the things that I always say as far as my platform is concerned, and anybody who I bring into this platform, is that everybody's voice, as long as you're on this side of creation, everybody's voice deserves to be heard. Now, whether or not we agree is a whole separate issue, but as long as you have voice and breath in your body, you deserve to be heard like everybody else. Okay, so that there is where I want to make sure. So when you guys get because I see these comments are blowing up, honey. The comments are blowing up. I see we got a lot of folks over here on the YouTube. So I'm coming to y'all in a few minutes. Hello to everybody. I see new faces who are just joining us. So welcome to all of you who are tuning in. Whichever platform, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Black GDP TV, I welcome all of you to Dishing Tea with Big Meach, honey. Now, for those of y'all who are new to me, honey, you're going to learn a couple of things, honey. about the doll. Honey, I do not I do not mince words. I got a potty mouth, honey, and I'm 50 years young, honey. So every word that comes out of my mouth, I've earned. So if you can't handle the heat, honey, you better get the fuck out my goddamn kitchen. You understand? So, having said all that, let me bring in one of my co-hosts because she's down here in the queue. Uh, Come on up in here, girl. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, come, see, you see what I see with this dog on? No, that's this mouse.
Okay.
Mouse is acting crazy. Okay.
Hey guys, I want to say something. Is our guest in the queue yet?
Not yet. No, he's not in the queue just yet, but
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be here
He's in
momentarily.
the Facebook comments. I mean, he's in the YouTube comments. Because when you
Uh-huh.
did your note, he said, because he was asking, he was like, yo, what was that? Like he enjoyed your little,
Oh,
your
well, that,
signature. So
okay.
he should be coming in the queue soon. I wanted to say really quick, yeah, what Meach said is true, you guys. Like, I've been researching this person and his group for a few years now, right? And although I don't agree with their ideology, well, it's not all of it that I don't agree with. So let's just be clear. What Meach said, every time he does an interview, they wind up, because somebody else's conviction is so strong, they wind up arguing and stuff. And so when I reached out to him, I wanted him to know that this was a platform where that's not what we doing. Okay. Because the same words I said to him is, especially us as Black people, we will automatically not like something just because.
How about that?
You never read about it. You never read about it. You never read up on it. You never studied it, anything. You just don't like it just because. And we know that, like, with mainstream religion. Christians don't like Jews. Jews don't like Muslims. Muslims they don't like each other, but ain't nobody ever picked up neither one of their books.
How about
You
that?
just assuming because somebody told you, or your mama told you, because your grandmama told her, the great grandmama told her. Everybody assuming, and you just don't like them because you just don't like them. Now, if after you hear what somebody got to say, or you read what they doing, and you still don't like them, that's cool, because you don't have to. But to just not like something just because, it's messed up. I just think it's messed up.
How about that?
So I
Okay.
want y'all to know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of y'all be ready for me to read a whole bunch of people. When I do be ready to read a whole bunch of people, I be mad at this person a lot. But that
Okay.
doesn't mean that I'm going to snap. You know what I mean? I'm not. Because at the end of the day, it might be some things that, because there's so much negative out on these people,
Right.
that there might be some things that we just didn't get to hear.
Okay.
And so I don't want to be in my mind prejudging.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
I just want y'all to know that. I just want y'all to know.
Okay.
And the fact that, you know, I do know me and my brothers know me.
Well,
Because I can be honest, my brothers really didn't know about this. Like, I told them about it, so they had to get the real fast version of everything. Because I be in here, I'm so eclectic. I look at and watch and study a whole bunch of different stuff. So although I've
right.
known it for about almost 4 years, I had to give them the Cliff Notes version. When I let them know that I reached out, I let them know, yo, this ain't something I want to do by myself. Because I ain't sure. I ain't
Okay.
sure.
Well, here, what we're going to
So,
do, let's now, I want to acknowledge everybody that's in the comments. So let me bring up the comments because our guest is here and I'm waiting
okay.
on Red. Red is running a little
Okay.
behind, but he's coming as
Okay.
well. But hold on, let me get the people to say so that they know that we see them. Hey, the Princess Leia is
Okay.
up in here. Yo, what's going on, Princess?
What's
Okay,
up?
little
What's
cuz
up?
up in
Hey,
here. Hey,
Lauren.
everyone. Okay, yo, what's good? That's Carbonation
Come
TV.
on.
Okay,
Come on, Chief.
okay. Millions is in the
Million.
building. Okay, what was that, my G? Oh, my note. Woo-hoo. That's what that was,
Oh,
baby.
that's his signature. That's his signature.
Okay, okay. Good
I don't know
evening,
why my
Pygmies.
daughter
At
walking
work.
like it here.
About to do my building rounds and no one is here. Got my earbuds in. So, okay.
Good
Listening from the
job, Leah.
JLB.
Good.
Okay. Brooklyn. Oh, you're okay. We got Brooklyn in the house. Okay. Well, what you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she was here,
I'm
Chad.
right
She's in
here,
the queue.
baby.
Okay. Peace to the gods.
Ain't I right
Okay.
here?
Okay, and then peace again. Okay. He sounds fruity, Chief. Okay, now you know what? Okay, so let's get this out in the open.
Let's
Okay,
get it out.
let's get this out in the open. Okay, I'm a card carrying. Okay, non-disclosed, very open, out, proud. Okay, black gay man, honey, who was 50 years young. Okay, so having said all that, my darling, there's no fruits unless you want one, honey, and I prefer bananas. Ah, okay.
Lord, Lord.
and that ain't because I'm talking about no goddamn monkeys neither. Okay. Ha.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Chief, we've asked our listeners and our viewers to be respectful. So, could you just shout them out and let them know?
Well, listen, hold on. It's going to be like this because see, right now, I'm acknowledging everybody who's in the comments now because we're just getting started. As we get to rolling along, anything that sounds disrespectful or whatever is going to be at my discretion if I'm going to put it up. Number one, and then number two,
Or block them.
depending,
Or block them.
you don't know. Hold on, I'm not going to be wrong to be quick to block anybody because again, what we have to do is be able to allow folks to have an opinion. But at the same time of having an opinion, I want everybody to know just because you think it's one thing, I want you to keep your ears open and your spiritual eye open so that you can learn something. Because just because the package ain't what you thought it was, baby, you better understand that what's in the package is where it's at. Okay? So again, we can agree to disagree, but let's not be disagreeable because if you come out of a bag on me, bitch, trust truly. I will come out of a bigger and sometimes better bag. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a Farmer Jack bag, a Kroger bag,
Oh,
a
Jesus.
Prada bag, or a motherfucking Samsonite.
I'm trying to get
It
my other
might even
light
be a
out.
goddamn hefty. Okay?
Wait, you made me
It
drop
might
my whole
be
pen.
a goddamn.
Wait, yo. Okay, let's get the guns.
Okay?
Let's get the guns in here, cause yo,
And I'll give
we
you a
is
Farmer Jack.
okay. Listen, I just dropped my
Okay,
whole.
what's,
I dropped everything. My whole
I didn't mean to
daggone.
make you laugh. Okay.
My whole
Okay,
goddamn
every knee
tripod
shall
and
bow,
everything
here
just
we go.
fell.
All receive my message. Okay. Hey,
Sorry,
Bigster, what's
y'all.
up? Eric Buckner's in the building. I love my
Hello,
touch. Thank
hello.
you. Okay. This is a broadcast I bring. Okay. Well, what you say now? Well, bring it, baby. Bring
Thanks,
it.
Chief.
Okay.
Come on, Chief.
Yeah.
Y'all, I got some
Okay. Hey.
technical difficulties over here. Okay, here we go.
Okay. God frequency
All
in the
right, come
room.
on, Dad.
Okay. God frequency. Okay. Nikki is right there, honey. Okay. Hey, friend.
Oh, somebody
Okay.
asking for me?
New friend. Peace to the gods.
You guys,
Okay.
I just got something on my screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it up there in my
Let's
hair because
see.
I don't know what
What's
the
up?
hell
What's
that
up?
is.
Okay. Yes,
Hey
everybody's
guys.
going on. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Okay, this is
Hey, hey,
I don't
hey,
mean it
hey, hey,
sounds
hey,
that
hey,
way.
hey.
Yeah, but I'm getting
Yeah, but we
repetitive.
gotta get into this.
Okay, I'm getting a little repetitive.
All
Hey,
right, let's
children.
go.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. You left your hair like Lily Dillon. Okay. Yes, yeah. Okay, okay. All
All
right.
right, come
Okay,
on, let's
that's
go. Let's get it started.
okay. So now let's get on off into this. Red still hasn't come into play yet. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
Where's the comment at? Hold on. Where's that at? Why
I'm
is
trying
that
to think.
on here?
What is
Okay,
this that
there it
just got
is.
on my screen?
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all gotta see the top of my daggone backdrop because there's a blemish on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying
Yeah,
to keep it like up in my
yeah.
hair.
Okay.
I'm trying to put it up in my hair so it's not so. That just happened. I think when
I
I
know.
dropped my camera.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
y'all gotta see the top of my backdrop. Sorry.
All right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All
If
right.
Chief is ready.
So without further ado, let's bring in the man with the plan. And we're going to get into this thing and do it the way that we do it. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Welcome to this Dishing Tea Entertainment platform, Dishing Tea with Big Meach, Aunt Nikki, and the Big Red Guy, Big Red Fella, the Big Guy Allies. This is the one and only. He goes by Nature Boy. What's happening, Mr. Man? What's going on with you?
Hey, peace to the gods. I love myself. How you doing?
Oh,
All right,
hey,
all right. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
moving
yeah.
and grooving.
I've been getting people mixed up, so I don't want to call nobody the wrong name. What's the wife behind you's name?
That's Aya, Afro.
Okay, Aya.
Yeah,
Aya's the sweet one. She be so sweet all the time.
they all sweet in their own way.
Oh, hey, ladies.
Okay, well, hello there, sisters. Okay,
Yes.
so
Peace, Malia. I see you back there.
Nikki, I'm going to let you take the
Yes.
lead on this because you have established a relationship, over with communication with Mr. Nature Boy.
I was
And so
getting ready
I'm
to
gonna
say,
let
you know, you can't say that with him because you say relationship on a channel where Chief is on a channel. Somebody be like, hold on. You got to pick your word.
well, okay,
I
what
establish a rapport.
I'm
They'll be
talking about
coming
is
for me in the
communication.
comments if you say that.
Right, and carrying on.
Mhm.
So right now, because you had taken the lead to make sure that we started off with getting to understand the brother, I'm gonna let you start off with the first question, and then I'm gonna come in and do my thing. So start it off for us.
Okay. So, Chief, you thank you for accepting to come on our show. What I want you to start off with is if somebody doesn't know who you are, who carbonation is, and whatnot, give us a brief summary. So, because I'm sure most of our viewers that watch us on Facebook and stuff probably really don't know who you guys are and what you are about. And I mean the real part of it, not the stuff that everybody want to throw whatever in on YouTube and all kinds of stuff. Your actual what y'all are actually all about.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say thanks for having me, the Big Meach and Aunt Nikki. Thanks for having me on your platform to share my message. And you know, some of I have a wide range of people that watch me. I got
Mm-hmm.
people that watch me in Africa. I got people that watch me that are older, younger, gay, straight. It don't matter. My message is for everybody. My message is divine knowledge itself. And my message, I'm here to send out a message to warn people, um, a message that they're not getting from their food, a message that they're not getting from the sun, a message that they're not getting from proper water and a natural environment. My message is that we are cells inside the body of what we call God. Your body is made up of many cells, and your cells look at you as God. The cells of your body can't see you, but they know you govern their actions. So you are God to your cells. We are cells inside of the body of God, but don't have a connection to our higher self, what you would call God. And our connection to our higher self is connecting to the source of our being, which is nature. All right. We don't live in our natural environment. So we are cells in the body that don't have a communication with the equilibrium, or we're not in contact with the body, right? So imagine cells in your body that were a part of a culture or a system that were disconnected to the very thing that they made up or that they were. So my message is to send out a message to let everybody know that what they're not getting because of this disconnect from in the matrix where we live at. You're not getting the message that the universe is, or the body or God or Allah is trying to submit to you, because uh we're indoctrinated with Islam, Christianity, black culture, entertainment, bullshit. And so there's it's a whole variety of divine knowledge and self that I bring, and messages that you would naturally get, but we're not getting it because our culture blocks us from our connection to the all. or Allah, or whatever you would like to call it, but we call it the inside of your own body.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I can honestly say I've been watching you all the time, and I ain't never heard you say it. You probably have said it, but because I probably never got it directly from your channel, I've never heard that.
Yeah, you know
And
what it
that was
is.
my
No,
purpose. I
people,
needed to hear it.
you know what it is. People, and I'm a part of it. I know how the internet works. I know how my people work. My people need to be entertained with bullshit. They into this. You understand?
Right.
So if you're gonna get a message to the people, my people, you're gonna have to be entertaining. It's gonna have to be some clout, some something going on to get their attention, and then you slip the knowledge in there because no, I caught on. A lot of people like, oh, you lost. A lot of people like, yo, you used to be like, real pure, used to be out in nature. And I realized I had to catch on. I've adapted to being the proper messenger to get the message to a people. You have to know those people and how to get their attention. So all the drama you hear is just the clout around the message.
Okay. Okay. That's very good. Very, very delicious. That's a delicious morsel. So let's go here. Let's take me back to your enlightenment. Because prior to you coming here and creating I don't want to call it an organization, I don't want to call it a cult, I don't want to call it a religion. I'm gonna say a movement. Let me say a movement. I'm gonna call it a movement. Prior to you creating this movement, what was your life like, and what was it that brought you into this particular frame of consciousness? What was the change?
I'm a product of my environment. I was born in Harlem, New York. I portaled into Harlem, New York. I was a crack baby. My mom and dad died when I was 1. My family was all on drugs. I grew up in foster care in New York. Got moved to Jersey, and then I went to prison. I went to a group home at like 13. By 14, I was in juvenile detention, and then from 16, I went to maximum security. I got out at 19. I had nowhere to go. I was trying to survive in the world, trying to understand what was going on in the world, trying to survive. Went to the military. That didn't work for me. Went to Job Corps. That didn't work for me. After that, I started modeling. And from modeling, I went into adult entertainment. I was a stripper for men and women. I was a gigolo for men and women. I was for 10 years, I was in the sex industry. And so I learned a lot about myself through that. It built my self-esteem. And after that, that wasn't feeding my soul. For 10 years, I basically alchemized that until I became a barber in Atlanta. I had opened up my own shop, got my license, opened up my own shop, and I was a leader in my community, and I was helping my people, educating I've always been the educating my people. And then at that point, I realized I got money, I got all the things that I wanted. I had sex with anybody I wanted. I did everything I wanted. I did everything. I've had money. I did everything. And at that point, it wasn't feeding my soul, so I was always looking for a spiritual enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did was, I started, entertaining different people, and then barbering. I killed that. I had owned my barbershop. I filled it up with barbers. I trained them. I took dudes off the street that was drug dealers. I taught them how to cut hair. They was making more money in my shop cutting hair than they was selling drugs. So I did that, and then I got an RV. I traveled into nature. That's the first thing I did was got an RV. I moved out my big old house. I condensed everything down. I lived in the RV for a year. I traveled into different natures and all the coast to coast of Florida, and I was just connecting to something deeper inside of me that was breaking open. It was always inside of me to be a thinker, and so I started asking myself questions that about just about the fabric of reality. Where did we come from? How did we get here? What are we doing? Who am I? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
We're just like in a dream where the dream just starts and we're not questioning anything. We're not asking ourselves, yo, how did I get here? What is this? And where am I going? No one's sitting back and asking about the questions of the fabric of reality. We're just responding to what's going on here in this dream. And things happened to me as I started stop eating poison, stop putting poisons in my body, stop being around people. I isolated myself. I started to wake up. And when I woke up, I started to really become enlightened in myself because my melanin started healing me. And so in around 2012, I woke up. When I woke up, I lost everything. I lost my family at the time. I didn't have no desire to have an RV or anything. I just let it all go. I rented a room in somewhere in Atlanta. I still had my shop going. I was trying to get rid of the shop. I got rid of that. It was hard to even get rid of my success. I couldn't even give the stuff I had away. It was so hard to get rid of it. But I had no desire for any of it. I didn't want anything. I just wanted this knowledge. And so I isolated and I just fed myself knowledge all day, every day. So at that point, when I went out and I left the United States and I went into Central America, I had a whole bunch of females following me on Facebook. I thought a whole bunch of females was going to come out with me. And it happened to be some dudes. the guys, they said, "No, I want to go with you." I said, "Well, damn, I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of females going with me." They said, "Nah, we going with you." And so I went out into the jungle and I was able to go into Costa Rica, Guatemala. I was able to go in the jungle and drink the water, eat the fruit, heal my mind, and be enlightened, really become God. I became one with everything. And I woke up. When I woke up, I tried to come back and teach my people, but no one was listening to me. And so certain events happened that brought attention to me that was able to allow me to say my message. But it's so much, because I'm a very entertaining dude, and I realized it's an enjoyment for me to be entertaining, because I was already an entertainer before. So I like entertainment. So the drama you see in my life is real. I turned the camera. Young Pharaoh had tried to expose me, said I was gay. I had HIV. I had, all this stuff was put on my name. I'm a pedophile. Anything you could think of that's negative has been pointed on my name. But that's given me a lot of attention. And with that attention, I want to send my message out to my people. And in the process, a lot of hate. I've been through a lot. Being deported from Panama. I was deported from, they kicked me out of Hawaii. I got a group of people that hate me, that hate on me, that's probably watching this right now, and y'all probably be on their channels. But after that, that's my life in a nutshell up until now. Yeah.
Okay, let me go here, because I want you to take this opportunity to clearly state what the message is, because I'm seeing in the comments folks are asking, okay, what is your message? We're getting we're getting the framework, but now give me the message. What is it that you're teaching? What is it that folks are gravitating to you for? What is that message? Let me hear from your words first, because then I'm gonna tell you what I heard you say.
My message is to say that we are all the same thing. I am you. I have a song called Shining Bright, and it has my message in a nutshell in it. Shining Bright on all streaming platforms. My message is that we are cells inside of our own body. The earth, all of the trees are your nervous system. That's why the roots look just like your nervous system. You are inside of a cell in your own body. And that body we call God. The sky is not blue. The sun is not yellow. The sun is white. It's an axon. It's actually axon to this cell that we're in, right? And we're inside of our body. And we have to, Babylon, or the place that we live in, disconnects us from our own being. So if you was a cell in your body, what we have is called cancer. We were born into a tumor. For instance, do me a favor right now. Look around you. Count how many squares are around you. Your phone is a square. Your TV is a square. Your refrigerator is a square. Your pictures are square. The books are square. Your phone is a square. Your iPad's a square. Your table's a square. Your damn door is a square. You look on the ground. Your towels are square. You're surrounded by squares. You're inside of a square within a square. And now I ask you, look into nature. Is there any squares in nature? No, there's no squares in nature. So the grid, you're inside of the grid. You're inside of a matrix made of squares. My job and my message is to tell people to wake up out and to expose them what's going on in their reality so they can go back to nature, especially melanated people, because melanated people are God's people, the original people.
Mm-hmm.
So without melanin, what our melanin does is an antenna that allows us to connect to the body. So
Mm-hmm.
basically your cells, imagine the cells in your body can communicate with you. And you're trying to tell your cells it's time to heal, it's time to do what we need to do. So the system that we're in is falling. Basically, we're in a cancer culture. If you look at all the buildings that you see in the city, those were all knocked down trees. We knocked down trees and put up sand castles. And all these, and we become a tumor on the planet. So all of us are, so all the chosen people are going to make a new earth. This old system and the cancer is going to get wiped away. And those that can hear me, I've been doing this for years. I'm telling you to go back to nature, live a sustainable life, come out of these boxes, focus on yourself. I teach you how to heal. And I prove to you that you are God through the 5 sciences, which is astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding. So this is my message. This is my broadcast to the African American people. And I call myself the Messiah because I'm the messenger of what we all are. Now, let me say this last thing. We are a type of cell. The human being is a neuron cell in its own body. We're inside of our own body, right? Let's say we're inside Nikki's body. We're cells inside of Nikki's body. The trees, the bees, the birds, all of the species of animals are different kind of cells in Nikki's body. But we all work in this equilibrium that's sustainable, that's recyclable. And if we don't live in harmony with that, we're destroying that system. And we will be destroyed because of that. So my calling and my message goes out to those that are called and those that are chosen. You might not even hear me. And you might be in your purpose to say like, oh, this is my life, this is where I'm going to live. And that's fine because you have a purpose too. So to those that can hear my voice and hear the message, my message is always to tell people to move out into nature, heal the body, become one so that you can be awoken, so that you can be a part of the new earth that's coming. There's a new earth that's coming, and all of this is about to be destroyed because the economy is about to fail. And I also warn Black women with their single independent minds, with their children, that they're in grave danger. And what's going to happen when the economy fails is that you're depending on a government that's falling. And if you don't get it together and organize and get with your group right now, this is the time to become sustainable and get prepared. Well, you'll be washed away. It's going to be mayhem. They've already prepared you. They got FEMA camps. They got all kind of stuff prepared. No one's paying attention to these things. And so my message is, this is my message constantly, is to send this message out to tell people to get prepared. It's coming. You don't have a president right now. You don't have a president because you're living in the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is to do it yourself. So now you're asking, the universe is asking us to govern our own lives. That means to come together and network, get your people together, make sure that you as a Black woman have men around you that are organized and ready to protect you and make sure that you're good. Black woman, right now, you're in danger. And if you're not prepared and organizing right now, then you're in grave danger. There's so many kids and so many women that's gonna die. That's gonna be endangered. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? What's coming? It's crazy.
Let me go here because
I was going to say, go ahead. You go first.
I'm gonna go here because everything that you have said has been said in many different ways. What I want to do is, this is what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing, I've heard from the church. I've heard from the Power to the People, Black conscious children. I have heard this from the Republicans and Black Republicans and Karen. I've heard this as far as melanated people, Black and brown people, that we need to claim our own. We need to come off of depending on government for everything. We need to have our own businesses. We need our own economy. We need our own in order to sustain ourselves. So your message seems to incorporate all of that. What makes your message different? Uh, and so much so to where you have to create a whole new system to where you can't partner with someone like some of these other organizations or movements and things, and it becomes more of a village type of atmosphere. What is it that separates you from that?
Okay. So what separates me from that is because I have the answers to heal the mind. Because it doesn't
Hmm.
matter if you go live a sustainable life, if you're bringing the mindset with you. Black people need psychological help
Hmm.
and knowledge of self. If we don't have knowledge of self, it don't matter what we build, we're going to just bring Babylon to it.
Okay.
So
So
it's a
so now,
process. There's a process psychologically that allows us this healing.
uh-huh.
For instance, you would go out into the jungle and take ayahuasca, and ayahuasca would show you your deepest traumas, and you would have to heal these traumas to be able to live on the earth properly, to be in tune with what is.
Right,
So if you don't
right,
have this healing through the knowledge that I teach a psychiatric um understanding that you are one with everything and you are God, and it's proof through science, and it
right.
becomes a religion and a culture that we're teaching. We have our own music, we have our cookbooks, we have our books. So it's like this is a new culture that's coming, and
Okay.
right now we're just having discussions. We're having dialogue. Right now it's
Right,
a time for
right,
dialogue. Pretty soon, talking is going to be over, and then it's just going to be either you heard the signal. You like, for instance, in your body, when the time is right, the hypothalamus will tell the pituitary gland to produce a hormone that will send it to your pancreas to create sugar. So these are signals that's being sent out to chosen cells, and the chosen cells will hear it, and it will be brought into safe havens, and they will, and then the earth is going to come and bang on, nature's gonna come and bang on the rest of them, and then
right.
we gonna come out and it's gonna be a new earth. So I'm all we doing is collecting the elite and convicting the weak. Now I get so much hate because my truth is like no other. You could say you hear this from everybody, like but you don't. The things that I'm talking about, you don't hear from everybody.
Okay. So then let me go
Okay,
here.
hold on. Wait,
Huh?
Meach, wait. Was that you answering the people
Yeah,
from my thing?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
That's
just wanted
me.
to make sure. Okay, because I'm like, who the
Yeah.
hell is talking for me?
No, that's
Okay,
me.
so
That's me.
okay,
Okay.
all right,
Yeah.
go ahead, because I got some, I got some stuff to say.
Okay. Okay. So now let's go here because now let me preface this because right now I want to stay light before we get into stuff that is arbitrary and stuff that may be the controversial stuff because that's coming. Right now, what I'm trying to do is to set it up to where we get to understand the movement, the culture, and all of that. Okay, before we take any of what folks are saying could be negative and this that, and the other. But what I want to go, where I want to go was here, in learning how to heal the body because we as a people, many of us come from health practitioners and those who know the herbs and carrying on. Honey, I'm a good witch. Give me a call to baby. Okay, I'll get you some echinacea, some carrying on, baby, some slippery elm. Okay, all right, and we'll get into it. Um, the thing of it is though, uh, how is it that, or what is it that you teach the people? Because if we're saying that we need to clear the body and we can heal, are you advocating for uh, uh, self healing without medical assistance or anything like that? What is that? Because right now, in my world, I don't believe in medical science 100%, but I do know that what God has given us from the earth, it coincides. because one cannot live without the other in my book. So how is it that you're able to create this healing? And there's a caveat to that. No, I'm gonna ask that separately. Go here first. What is it that you're teaching with that?
Yeah, so what we teach is astrology, which is very important that you understand who you are in the cosmos. So getting the birth chart done, understanding your demons, understanding your debilitations. For instance, you have quincunxes, you have oppositions, and you have squares. These things are challenges that you get from your generational curses, facing generational curses. Then you have biology, understanding yourself and understanding reality from a biological standpoint. And we have quantum physics, understanding ourselves from a metaphysical standpoint, understanding that you are the observer. And so these all come together. Then you have melanin, which teaches you what melanin is as an antenna. Why is it worth more than gold right now? Why is melanin worth more than gold? Do we really understand your melanin? If I was to ask you what's important about your melanin, could you tell me?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking both of you. Could you tell me what's important about your melanin?
Oh, well, hell, come on. We talking now.
well, I don't have any scientific in there, but I do know this that the melanin is what is the protectant of the skin. The melanin, the deeper the melanin, honey, the more resistant it is, the more protection it is for all of the cells. The more that the sun is able to repair, replenish, it also disseminates the vitamins to all of the skin. I mean, to all of the cells. The melanin is also a deterrent from the winds and carrying on. We don't bruise easily. We don't age as quickly, you know. And it is also used as it's a healing and a protectant. So those are the things that I learned about melanin.
Oh shit. Well, I can't say nothing. He said my stuff. He said my stuff.
Well, wait a minute. While we're doing that, Big Red that came in, I'm gonna bring in our other host so he can come on
Okay,
up in
Big
here
Red
and
is
take.
here.
Yeah.
This is our other host, Atlanta Hot Radio, Big Red. You in there, Red?
I'm in here.
Okay.
Okay. So now finish your thought,
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay,
Nature.
so then
Nature boy.
we educate about melanin, and melanin being an antenna. It's a semiconductor. It's an antenna, right? An antenna. Basically, melanin is like the SIM card in your cell phone, right? It connects you to the tower, which is consciousness, which is light itself, light photons, which allows us to connect to what we call God, which is the all. But if we can't do it if we're feeding ourselves toxins, because it disrupts our melanin from doing its job. And so most of us are stuck in our ignorance because our culture, the way we eat, the way we listen to music, everything that we're doing, our culture, Black people's culture itself, goes against what is worth more than gold right now. And we're not asking the question, why is melanin worth more than gold? You know, we're not asking that question. If we understood the importance of it, then we would be acting different, and we would change things in our culture. So we need to teach these things out loud, because obviously it's not getting to our people, because there's so much more to it than what is out there. So we do teach that as far as knowledge itself. Then we have our final science, which is earthing, which is grounding. The science of taking your shoes off and stepping on the earth, and how that affects our nervous system and our being, and how that connects us to the telluric energy. And it literally connects us to everything in existence, the whole entire universe. When you step on the ground, and we prove this in our videos, we have an electrical body voltmeter, and we show the difference when you step on the earth, when electrical current is going through your body, and how the earth filters out electrons in the body. And how this helps with inflammation. This helps with our minds being one and being connected. How we should be connected to the earth most of the time, but we're not. You know, when you ask yourself, if I was to ask you, when was the last time you actually went outside and touched the earth, like literally with your bare feet, stepped on the earth? As a question, you probably be like, yo, it's been like a couple days or maybe a week since I went outside and put my feet on the ground. You know,
All right, let me ask you this.
that's not even
So
a
you
part of
teach
our
all
trending
that.
subjects. It's not even part of it's not a part of our trending subjects. It's not a part of our culture at all. That's not on our timelines.
Okay, so I understand the sciences and stuff that you teaching, but answer me this: if someone is sick, what are you guys doing? Like, are you using herbs and natural stuff from the earth and everything to get well? And don't think I'm being smart because I'm not. Or is it just we going outside, we gonna connect with the earth, and it's going to replenish our body? I'm not saying it to be smart. I'm actually asking. Are you guys using natural things if there's something wrong? Or do you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna get one with the earth, and it's going to naturally heal me? And I'm being as serious as I possibly can, for real. Because I know
Okay.
people in the comments gonna be like, she trying to be smart, but I'm really not.
Okay, so our thing is to prevent sicknesses altogether. All right, so it's a
Okay.
lifestyle to prevent sicknesses altogether.
So
And
your ways are proactive instead of reactive.
right, proactive. So
Okay.
if we live this lifestyle, we won't have to get sick. One, you don't have to have sickness if you live a healthy lifestyle. So that's our culture. Our culture is to be around the most healthiest people, deal with your issues, face your demons, don't run. A lot of our sicknesses, right, are mental before they're physical. So, I'd rather teach people how to heal mentally, and the body will follow. So for instance, if you think about any disease or what they call diseases, any viruses in the body, viruses are like people. We're the same thing. A virus is like a person.
Uh-huh.
Negative people cannot come into your life if you're positive, because there's
True
two
that.
force fields that are in a destructive interference. So they're going to repel a negative person. If someone is making fun of you and you're ignoring it, after a while they're going to stop because you're not
It'll
feeding
cancel
it.
out, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so if we are not hosts for viruses, then the viruses cannot live in our body. This is why Dr. Sebi said, if the body is electric, if it's alkaline, then it will shock anything that comes in it that's not on its frequency. So we are electrical beings
Okay.
way before we're biological. So we have to
Okay.
understand that most times the viruses that live in us that create disease, because you can't have a disease, just like you can't have an ease. You can't have a dis-ease. So we need to stop saying that, because that's voodoo. That's spells. You can't have a disease. Your body is either at dis-ease or it's at ease. So that almost cancels out everything right there. When you think about the word
Okay.
itself, like, oh, what, you got a disease? No, you don't have a disease. You can't have an ease. Do you have an ease? No, I don't have an ease. I'm at ease. It's either you're at ease or you're at dis-ease. Now,
Right.
what
That's
causes you to
good.
be at dis-ease? Right. What causes you is a virus that has come into your body and that you have hosted. If we look at the characteristics of the virus, we will see that the person is actually doing the same thing in their lives. For instance, HIV. HIV is when the immune system starts to attack the immune system. But if you look at
Right.
most people with HIV, they're doing things that go against their very self. So you're actually doing the same thing that the virus is doing, being a host and allowing the virus to actually thrive in your environment. So if you're not being HIV, if you're not acting as the virus acts, then the virus cannot be in you because you're not a vibrational match. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so how when my cells sickle, and they do that, I don't make them sickle. They just do. So what I mean, and I know, like when we talk about Dr. Sabi and stuff like that, a lot of his things took me away from all the bullshit that they used to put me on when I would go into crisis. But when you say something like that, like if my cells are sickling and I'm in pain, I don't make my cells sickle.
Okay. If we look
So
into your lifestyle, if we was to go into your life, and look at the things that you're doing, and we look at the characteristics of sickle cell, we can see it that either your mother and your father had this behavior and they gave it to you, and it's a hereditary thing, and it can be broken. What Dr. Sebi did was take people out of their environment. You had to go to the Ursher village, which is where it's in the tropical lines. We're tropical people.
Mhm.
It's between the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn. When you went there, you was already out of your environment. He ain't let you have no cell phones. Ain't no people around you, and he stopped feeding you poison.
Well, no, I ain't go there. I start listening to what he was saying and applying what he was saying, and I got away from all the shit that they used to shoot me up with when I would be sick, and start being able to heal myself and put myself at ease through it. I didn't never get to meet him or never get to go. I just followed it because,
That's the thing
like, I
about
like
herbs.
to tell people all the time when they talk. When people talk, and like we say, like Meach say, the power to the people, children, the conscious children. Well, we in these 3 other blocks, we all 50. So I always say I was conscious before it was cool, or
Who
cute
to
to
be
be conscious.
conscious of. Okay.
I was born in the Nation of Islam, so I've always known myself.
I just want to say this: herbs do not heal the body. Nothing can heal the body. Herbs only assist in the healing.
Well, that's what I said. When I go into crisis, that's what I use.
This is why when Dr. Sebi healed Michael Jackson, he healed him for a moment. He went back to the lifestyle and died sick. So you have to understand this. Herbs only assist you in healing yourself, just like your melanin. Your melanin is constantly, what it does is heal DNA. It gets rid of free radicals. Your melanin literally is constantly restored. This is why we stay so young, because it's constantly repairing your cells. This is what melanin does. So if we are living a lifestyle that is constantly going against our ability to heal, then the body gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And we fall victim to disease.
Let me press pause for a minute. I'm about to ask a question, and I really shouldn't, because it's going to take me into the area that I'm not ready to go into yet. But I keep seeing 15 damn people put this up here, and so apparently it has some kind of significance. R.I.P. Mama Dia.
Yeah.
Is whatever. I keep seeing this, and particularly, let me put this up here. I'm gonna highlight this.
And remember, I told you they only got the Cliff Notes version. They don't know you guys' story, so they don't know who's been there.
Okay, so that has to be
They don't know that. Only I know.
Particularly whoever put this up here, it must be important because they want me to see it and they want me to say something. So, is that something you want to address right now, or should we
can talk about it? We can talk about it, but these people are so rude and inconsiderate that follow me. They're very demonic. These people, they try to do anything and everything to destroy me. And I don't think that they're separate of me. They're my shadows. There's a part of you that is opposite of everything positive about you. There's a part of you that says, I love myself. I'm going to succeed. And the more you say you're going to succeed, you're creating the actual opposite of it in some kind of subconscious way. So these people are a group of people that are actually the more I put myself out positively, these negative people counteract everything that I do, and they take anything that I do that's negative and blow it up. So let's just talk about Mama Dia. I don't like to talk about it because I think that she should be able to rest in peace.
Okay.
You know? So people that passed, that's close to you, when she was close to us, we want her to rest in peace. But they're trying to say that I killed this lady, right? And that hurts us. And it hurts me very deeply because the lady was so special to me. You know what I'm saying? And we had like a really close bond. And I know that that's just my shadows. It's my shadows. Like, you know, things in the back of your mind that try to haunt you, like try to say shit about, like, you know, things that make you doubt yourself, things that make you say, damn, why would you keep chanting that to me? Like, it's just your own doubt in your mind.
Now,
Okay.
do you ever feel like, hold on. Do you ever feel like if you didn't keep the cameras on for all the other stuff, that you would be able to get out just that message that you were trying to
No,
tell us? Because
no.
you don't. Why? Because and then I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking you that. Because it seems like you only, like, from what I understand, you don't recruit people. You don't recruit people. They reach out to you, right? That's from what I understand. You don't recruit people. They reach out to you. So it seems like you want the village that you're building to be small and basically elite, right? The
Yeah.
people who will really accept your teachings and accept your knowledge.
It's not a village, it's a
So,
family.
well, your family. Well, to us,
Yeah.
to me, we say village because I feel like me growing up at 50, our whole, we still had that thing where the neighborhood could chastise your kids and all that old shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? My oldest child is 34. Okay. So for us, the village was family. I have a lot of people that are my aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff that ain't got no blood in them. Okay. So
Okay.
that's when I say when you're creating your village, but your family. When you creating your family, you know that you want the people that can only hear what you're actually trying to teach and all kinds of stuff, right? So I feel like the people who would be on that frequency that you want people to be on to be able to accept your message would be able to hear just that. Because when we get all the craziness and stuff, because I'm not going to hold you. I know one day, and I hadn't even had a YouTube channel back then. Something happened one day. I was so damn mad at you. I was in the airport about to get on a plane. I was cussing your ass out. But I don't think I would have those same feelings because sometimes, and it's not about hiding what goes on, but sometimes when you let so many people into a world of some things that you're trying to work out, you get so much negative stuff going on that it seems like it's causing more negative things to happen. Now that's just me, like as an auntie, telling you how I see it. And I mean, you may have a
Can I
plan,
respond to
and
that?
I'm cool. Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
can I respond to that?
Yeah.
You know, it's a difference between teaching something and actually living it.
True
Mm-hmm.
that.
If
True that.
I just taught the knowledge and I never applied it to my own damn life, you wouldn't see none. See, what you see is me applying my own knowledge to my life, meaning facing my own shadows. There's people that came along and I'm healing as I'm teaching. Like I'm applying this shit and perfecting myself. So these are all of my demons that you're watching flying out of me and me healing. So I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
stop that process of people that see me and like, wow, like, look at what he's going through. He's doing it. I don't want to just
Uh-huh.
teach it. I wanted to embody it and live it. And what you're seeing is me going through my Kundalini, going through my process of healing at the same time teaching.
Okay.
What
Now,
do you say to the people? Hold on. What do you say to without going to detail of in particular people? What do you say to us who don't experience? Well, let's say to my co-hosts. What do you say to them when they don't know your whole journey and they get online and they see somebody who's been there who has not had a good experience? I'm not gonna call them liars. I'm not gonna call you liars. I'm gonna just say they didn't have a good experience, and
I
they
say
feel like
that
they're online telling their truth.
if we
How do you
was to
feel?
look at anybody's life, right, and we was to put it public of the people that entered your life, all the issues you had with them, oh, you can
right.
have the same thing online. They can blow you up too. If anytime you look at someone's life and you look at relationships, they come, they go. Some people see that you got clout and they want that fame, so because I'm a public figure, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just make somebody of myself now that I left. And so like it became a trend to do that. So what I'm saying to you is when you're looking at my life, it's nothing special going on here that wouldn't happen in your life, but they're blowing it up. And it becomes something
Okay.
Okay.
that they all relate to and they have to talk about. So at the end of the day, if I fall out with somebody in my life, usually if I wasn't famous, they would go their way and I would go my way. But because I have a following, it's like, now I'm gonna go online and talk about this shit. I'm gonna talk about my journey with carbonation. And that, just imagine you fell out with all the people that you ever like to stop talking to. You had differences. They went online and told the story about how you and you know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. It's just a public, it's just being happening publicly, and it's being blown out of proportion. It's nothing that you're seeing or hearing about that isn't something we all experience at some time in our lives.
Okay, let me go
So
here.
why you keep taking people though? Why you still
Wait a minute.
allow
Hold up, Nick.
people
Hold
to
up,
reach
Nick.
out to
Hold
you?
up.
Because I'm not gonna stop living my life.
Okay.
Let me go here. Let me go here. Let, let's get into some of the meat and potatoes of the craziness, okay? That I want you to address, because I believe that it's a misunderstanding. I also believe that whenever we hear this particular practice, that oftentimes people glorify it on one end, but don't know how to handle it on another end. And then the naysayers who don't believe in it get it all fucked up.
Big Meach, before you go into that, can I just explain Mama Dia first so that people could understand what happened?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because they want to know about Mama Dia. Okay. There's a lady, she was in her 60s, 50s, and 60s. She had a heart problem for about 30 years.
Uh-huh.
She was watching my teachings, and she wanted to come join us. When she came to join us, she had some medicine. Now, she told us she don't like the medicine. She said, I don't like the way it makes me feel. She said, I don't need it. I didn't really get into her business like that. She's like, I don't really need it. She's been taking it, this is a grown lady. This is a 50-year-old lady. So naturally, if Nikki was to come to me, we would see her with some pills and we'd be like, yo, Nikki, you good? She like, yeah. I like, what medicine is that? What's going on? And Nikki was discreet about it. She was like, it's nothing. Don't worry about me. Like, I have an issue with my heart, but I don't like taking these pills because when I take these pills, they make me feel tired and they make me not. I want to go out. I want to go to the river. I want to have fun. But then I take these pills. They make me feel bad. So as a grown woman, we're going to look at Nikki and we're going to be like, all right, cool. She good. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not going to get in Nikki business like that. This was Mama Dia. So nobody gonna tell Mama Dia, like, Mama Dia, you gotta take the medicine or something. We didn't know her condition. We don't know her condition. She kept it light with us, right? So, okay. So eventually, one day she passes away in a tent. We all sleep in tents sometimes, like, right? So she passes away in a tent. We contact her family. It's no surprise to her family because her family's like, oh, we knew about her heart issue. We knew about everything that was going on with her. And so we was like, all right, cool. We made sure the body got to them in Honduras. We made sure everything we got the autopsy, which shows that she had a heart condition and she had a cardiac condition, right? Nobody else died in carbonation, bro. We're not killing people. You understand what I'm saying? So they took that incident and they keep repeating over and over and over that we killed Mama Dia. But we lost a friend. But she also let us know in her own way that she was coming to us to come to the highest frequency that she can go into the higher realms. So she got close to nature. She got to a higher understanding of consciousness, and then she passed away. Which was, to me, if she had a 30-year heart condition, she was literally going to waterfalls. We was having fun. You should see her last days of her life was absolutely bliss, right? And then she passes. They said that I killed her. And I'm like, no, I didn't kill anyone. We live the way we live here. And that's what happened. But they continue to repeat it over and over. And so I never address it because I think it's rude. And I don't owe nobody explanations when it comes to Mama Dia, which was our friend. And we want her to rest in peace. So we don't give it no attention. So this is the first time in years, or maybe a year or so, that I've ever even said anything about it. But just to let it be clear, because new people will come along and they start chanting it too. Mama Dia, Mama Dia, Mama Dia. You don't know what happened. You wasn't here. So at the end of the day, with that being said, I want to allow Mama Dia in her form to rest. And I'm not gonna address this never again, because I think it's fucked up that people keep bringing the lady up and won't let her rest in peace, and we carry on our legacy through her.
Okay.
And she carry her. She lives through us.
Okay.
She believes in what we believe in.
Okay.
All I can say is that's fair. I mean, we weren't there, so that's fair.
I'm going to say that for far as I'm concerned, I have to respect that because I'm not a part of the community. So I don't know those who were there or whatever that feel differently or whatever the case may be. They're going to blow up the comments, and I'm not going to get all up into
that weren't there either. These people that talking about it, they weren't there either.
So
they weren't there either.
Let's go here. Let's go here because see, like I said, this is going to, and this may get a little sensitive as far as the question, the line of question I'm about to go into.
It doesn't matter with any question you ask, I'm gonna answer it.
Okay.
I was going to say, if it's something that we ask you and you don't want to answer, just say I don't want to talk about that.
Well,
that's
the whole
cool.
thing of it is,
I've been doing this long enough to answer. I'm a very honest person. I'm straightforward. You can ask me whatever, long as it ain't ignorant. Like, let's not.
And that's where I'm going, because I want to make sure that it remains tactful and respectful, because I like I said, I don't want this to be what the other people have done, because that's not what we do over here. But the meat and potatoes of a lot of the cynicism that you receive comes from the lifestyle itself. A lot of people don't understand how, number one, you take on the title of Messiah, of God, of this, that, and the other. You have multiple wives.
Hold on. Whoever this is in the comments who said, do your research before interviewing someone. If you were here in the beginning, I let y'all know that I'm the only one who did research and my co-host did not know. But I wanted to do this not just on my show. Don't play with me, because y'all will get out of these comments. I am not playing.
Right. And here's the other thing. I'm gonna say it like this, okay? And I'm not gonna be cute, bitch. Get the fuck up off of this, okay? Because you coming up in here wanting to start shit. Now you got the right one. Now what I said,
you got the right three.
What I said was,
okay, this is where the balance is
we're going to bring this together.
Calm down.
Okay.
You feeding the trolls. Don't do it.
Now, I understand that.
This is why Big Red is here, because we pop off over here.
The thing of it is, I got it. Hold on, let me finish this.
Okay.
The thing of it is that sometimes, every now and again, one of these little bitches need to be said that, so that it sets the tone. Now, I said it once, and that's gonna be that. Now, back to what we're going on here.
All right, this is what it is right here. Okay, this is what it is right here. Okay, let's keep it clear. You are a guest in our home right now. You understand me, brother?
Right.
So by any means necessary, I'm going to make sure that you're respected here. I don't care what side of the fence it comes from. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. And these people in these comments that follow me throughout the world and all the music world that I do, they know I don't play the radio. I don't play no games at all. I am zero tolerance. Okay?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm the type that you'll be talking to me on this show right now, and I say somebody's at your door. I'm not to be played with. Okay, so let's keep this real clean, and we're gonna calm down. Meach, do not acknowledge ignorance, because ignorance, you have to acknowledge it with ignorance. So let's not even.
Right.
All right.
So I'm going here because, like I said, a lot of what we have here is the crutches, or the crabs, you know, of negativity that a lot of folks spit and trying to understand or want to wrap their minds around, because they don't get it, or they feel as though the women ought to know better on this, that, and the other. And that is the lifestyle itself. Now, as I said before, and Nikki has said too, You know, she was raised in Islam, so understanding the multiple wives thing and how that works is something that a lot of people in the nation understand. We also know that there is a African custom. You know, there's wife number one who is the wife, and she has to give permission for the other wives to come and this, that, and the other. And a lot of us don't understand all that because we from there, but we ain't from there. Okay.
Well, I'm
And,
sorry, I understand it because that's my household. That's how I live. So I'm just keeping 100.
so,
I'm just keeping
What I'm learning from them is that I think there are different ways to do it. You understand? There are
right.
different ways to do it. And just because this is what I kept saying from the beginning, just because we don't understand it, don't mean you're supposed to turn your nose up at it. I grew up in it. Like I was born into the nation, but as I got older, my mom and them transferred over into Sunni Islam. And then that was different too. And for me, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But it wasn't but I did not understand it. I understood it just fine. Like I don't know, Chief, if you looked at the video I sent you, the young king that sent me the video, he had 3 wives. They all live in the same house, you know, and it worked for them. They build in wealth for their kids. They all live in harmony. And I told them, listen, the people that's talking shit, probably the same people that's asking y'all for money because now y'all rich. For me, if I was to ever accept that, no, I would probably have to do it the way that I grew up because I'm old now. I'm old. By the time you get on my nerves, I want you to go over her house. I ain't mad at her. I just want you to go over there and y'all spend some time. And by the time you get on her nerves, then you could go to the next one. And then by the time you get on her nerves, then it's back to my turn again. That's just me.
Nick,
And I'll be ready to put up with your shit again, right?
I'm just saying. But I know that there are different ways to do it. And I think when people come down on people having multiple wives or, you know, multiple companions or however they want to call them, mind your fucking business. Because if it ain't your shit, it ain't your shit.
Right.
Now, for me, like I told the other man, as long as there's no, hold on, Red, as long as there's no, like when it comes, like that man, the guy who wrote me the letter, they said they all live in harmony, right? So as far as I'm concerned, if y'all all living in harmony, ain't nobody being abused, the kids, it's all right, everybody in harmony, mind your business. Now, there are some, and that's only because you put it out there, you know, sometimes it be some concerns.
So the question becomes, or what I need for you to do is to explain that part of it, because I have a second question that I'm coming to. That's an addendum to that. But explain that so that folks could understand it. What the lifestyle is, because a lot of people they mad at you for allowing it or for taking this role, but they ready to really grab the girls and be like, sisters, y'all some dumb bitches and want to, you know, shake, rattle, and roll about how could you? So explain that.
I want to say this, like, I haven't been raised to be polygamous. As I awoken, I realized that people get in relationships to fill voids from their childhood traumas. We get into relationships to fill emotional voids. And once I healed myself, relationships meant a different thing. I chose polygamy because I'm using this relationship as a weapon against white supremacy. I feel that we might not have the guns white men have as black men, but we do got big penises. And we can procreate on this earth at an all-time high. And we can repopulate this earth. That's the one weapon that we do have. And being is that so many of us men are in prison because of the war on drugs. Today, real men need to have multiple women to reproduce ourselves because most of us are behind jail. So my relationship is political. I chose polygamy as a weapon against white supremacy. I've been trained. I was raised up in the 90s. I'm an R&B ass thug ass nigga. So I'm a romantic dude. I'd rather would be with one woman. But that would be filling an emotional void. I get into this relationship because we're at war. And this is a part of me fighting white supremacy. And any man that puts his mind to anything can find a woman to join him. I don't care what it is. If you put your mind to whatever you want, you can manifest people on that frequency that would do it to you. So even if I was pimping and I wanted to be a pimp and I lived in a pimp's mind, I would find girls that would let me pimp them.
Let me play devil's advocate right there.
Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
So I found women that agree with me in fighting white supremacy through polygamy. So don't be mad at these women because they look at life the way that I do. Be mad at all of us because this is what we choose to do. What do you choose to do? That's the question. Because what we eat don't make you shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me play devil's advocate.
I was going to say play devil's advocate because I gotta say something. I want to say something. I want to ask Chief something.
Because it's interesting that you use the word pimp, and I'm playing devil's advocate here because isn't that the same? The minutia in it may be different, or the semantics, but isn't that the same principle?
No.
Well, life is pimping. YouTube is pimping you right now. Everything is pimping. If we want to put it in that regards, everything is pimping. It's either you're gonna be a pimp or you're gonna be a hoe. Either way, everything is pimping. If you want to take it there.
Okay. All right.
So what I want to say is this. Okay, hold on. So, Chief, I understand what you're saying. Hold on.
Yo, that's my dude.
Pimp, keep it in. Keep it in. Keep it in. Wait. I just want to say this to you, Chief. So if you doing it for political reasons, it's like, listen, I'd be the first one to tell you, when people used to ask me, you don't get mad when black guys be with white women, I say nope, because everybody gonna be black soon if they keep doing it. I don't give a fuck. But you saying it for political reasons and stuff. But Chief, I look at these women, that it's not just political for them. They love you. So how do you think that make them feel when you say it's just political?
We love each other within the boundaries of our agreement. This is business.
Okay.
We can love each other in the boundaries of our agreement. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all love each other within the agreement that y'all have. Then love can exist once there's an agreement.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Red. I want to hear Red so bad. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm not. Okay,
you never watched us before, have you?
No, I'm not even gonna go down through there. You know what, bruh? I understand you. Okay, there's a part of my mental that's putting more excuse than purpose, but at the same time, I look at the doggone failure in the black man in our communities now, and where I can see where you're saying, okay, you picking up the pieces. I get that. But at the same time, I could never take polygamy and pimping and try to compare them. It's not the same thing. And the reason I'm telling you that, and I'm standing down on it, because I was a pimp 10 toes down when I was in the city of Chicago. God damn it, it is what it is, and I'm not ashamed of it. I understand it.
Yeah, pimping is a lot
and
different.
It's not
Pimping is a game where you taking a woman and beating, abusing her, and to break her down and make money for you. That's totally different. And I know people be like, "Oh, well, you abusing these women," but what you're not understanding is a total. No, a lot of people would say that, but it's a total different thing. What you're seeing is just a dominant black male, just dominate his environment, and he commanded things to happen in his command. This is not pimping. You understand? Pimping is a whole nother thing. You got to go study Iceberg Slim. You got to go study Iceberg Slim.
Right. Exactly. If you have not read the books, the writings of Iceberg Slim to understand what pimping is, then you know what to not compare it to in life. Okay, you
Uh-huh.
This ain't pimping. This ain't pimping.
compared to
This ain't
slavery.
pimping. See, these women, they
Pimping and slavery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How do
First of
Okay.
all, I ain't selling no
What
pussy.
you-
I ain't selling no
Okay.
pussy.
All right. All right.
I
Let
got
me
a
go here.
question. I got a question. Hold on. So like I said, we're not there. I watch, but I'm not there. So when I hear people say the people that have come and maybe gone, and then they get, they tell what they believe their truth to be. Do you guys, is it like a communal thing? So if I come and I tell you, you ask me how much money I got, and I tell you, and you want it all, or I get a check or whatever, VA check, whatever the fuck people get and whatever. Is everybody just giving their money to the house? Can anybody
So I
keep
like.
some of their money and put some in and keep some of your
No,
own?
no, 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 no,
Like,
no. When you enter my life, when
mm-hmm.
you say Baba G, Nature Boy, I want to join you in your personal life. I want to come near because I fuck with the way you think, right? I fuck with the way you do things. I want to be over there with you and join forces in your personal life with you. I want to come live with you. You know what I'm going to ask you? I'm going to say, it's flattering that you want to be with me, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't have no smooches. What do you offer me? What kind of resources do you bring me? Because you ain't gonna come here eating up my shit and ain't gonna put none in. So whatever resources you have, you will put those in a pot. We all put our resources together in a pot, and everybody eats from those resources. That's how I do things. So if you come
But
here,
is it
you got
all?
money, all of it. Yeah, you give all of your. No. I require all of you if you come here. I don't want no part-time you. I require all of your dedication, as I will give them all of my dedication to you. It's all in over here. All money in, everything in. You see how
The reason why I ask is because when
you
people
see
say
how
that
when Nipsey say all money in, that means if you come in, we putting all money in, everything in, your heart, your devotion, your loyalty, everything, blood, sweat, and tears to build what we doing. We require your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Here with us, like any other thing that you join, you want to join it wholeheartedly. Why would you part-time join something? It don't make no sense.
Well, the reason why I'm
Okay.
asking is because, like, I've seen a few people who say, like, okay, I'm gonna just say it wasn't for them, right? I'm gonna just say it wasn't for them. It
Now, I
might
gotta
not have been
say,
for
I gotta
y'all,
say,
or it
let me
wasn't for them.
take
And when they're
responsibility.
ready
Let
to
me take
leave,
responsibility and say this. Let me take responsibility and say, not to cut you out. I just gotta say this. I want to take responsibility because I don't want to start painting a picture like I'm this perfect dude. I'm not. I got my demons, and a lot of people come along to show me my demons, and me and them fall out because my demons came up. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I'm perfect, bro. I'm not the all good dude. I have good intentions, but shit, I ain't all good. So a lot of people that
right?
come to me do expose demons of mine, and that's all good. And I learn and I grow from them. But because I'm on a spiritual journey, yes, I get my demons from people in my life. But my shit get blown up because I'm a public figure. But I'm
Okay.
still showing you how to bounce back from that shit.
Let me go
So
here.
But
Nick,
the rest of the question, he didn't answer.
perfect
He
dude.
didn't answer it. Hold on. He didn't answer what I was trying to get to. The reason why I was asking, because like they say, all right, it didn't work out. They leave it. Now, because they done gave you all their money, their family probably done turned their back on them because they like, yo, that's some crazy ass shit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Don't call us. You left us. I've seen people say it like, I ain't had no way to get home. People was sending donations for me to get back home. Like, you guys,
Yo, these
if
people
it don't
don't
work
bring
out.
money. These people don't bring a lot of money
Oh,
like
okay.
these people you talking about. They didn't bring no money. They took more than they
Mm-hmm.
even gave. I took care of those people.
Okay.
Those people, the
Okay.
people that they
I'm
leave.
just
No.
asking.
We gotta understand is that people leave and ask for donation because at the end of the day, they just want to go do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? People see it as a come up. They like, okay, you know what? Because man, I'm gonna break it all the way down for you. Look, when you come here, you're going to be faced with your demons. This is a spiritual path. I'm a spiritual dude. I talk about metaphysical. We don't live in this physical realm where we just doing physical things. We talk about traumas. We talking about addressing your issues. We put you, we sit you down. We get your astrological chart made. We get your demons made. We talk about your childhood traumas. We're in the healing process when you come here. When most people see their own demons, they got two choices: to apply the knowledge that we have here to their demons and stay in it, because it's tough facing yourself. And people don't want to face themselves. They go running. And here is the easiest way out: to join the Fuck Nature Boy campaign and make a fucking story about me and then feed the trolls. And that's always been an escape route for people to run from their demons that we've seen when people come here. Nikki, if you came here, you're coming here with the understanding that you're on a spiritual path. A spiritual path means that you're on an inward journey, meaning that I'm coming here to face myself and everything about me. As soon as you start pointing the finger, you're missing the point. You're no longer on a spiritual path. As soon as you start saying, he did this to me and he did that, you start pointing the finger, you're no longer on a spiritual path. You're running from self. The spiritual path is an inward journey looking at self and how I affects all this. How did I make this happen in my life? Taking responsibility and understanding that you have the power to change everything, and everything starts with you, and not running. But when most people are faced with the very ugliness within them, they like to run and like to point the finger. And if you ever notice, when people run, they always point the finger at me. I'm the easy target to let them go. And guess what? They stay there in their shadows and they keep pointing the finger. But when you point the finger, you miss the point.
Okay. All right. Let me take this from here. There's a few things. And I'm trying to keep myself centered. Let me start with this. Your answer to "I'm not a pimp abuses his woman." And some people may think that I do that here, but that's different. A lot of the negativity, and especially what came when this came about, the first thing that blew up with me, and one of my sisters up in here asked that question about you beating on your women, the women fighting over you, and you got them to fighting and carrying on. What is that, particularly in the culture that you're creating, but yet we as Black men already have the moniker of our strength and our dominance is supposed to be to slap a woman in the mouth. And hell, we had a Black woman say that. What the hell is her goddamn? Shahrazad Ali. I can't never call her name right.
Shahrazad Ali.
Shahrazad.
She wrote the book and said, hell, if the woman get out of line, just slap her in the mouth. Okay, so what is it that is so different, or how should we look at it as different when you got this on screen and all folks see is a Black man hitting a Black woman in this discipline type of thing, and you just say, I need to control my environment. Explain that to me.
Okay. Let me tell you how it goes to my demons, because it's always about spirituality with us. So I have to take full responsibility. I just don't hit a woman. The woman that I've hit is the woman that have had my children. And I'll tell you why. I've always, when it comes to a woman that she talk crazy, get the fuck out. You can leave, bye. Because me and you ain't got that kind of part. But when it comes to my children, shit get different. Shit is different because I got to deal with you. So I don't. And one thing about me, I was raised, I don't tolerate no disrespect from nobody. So a lot of times females get comfortable, they get out of their mouth, and I will admit in public that I have put a bitch in her place because she came out of her fucking mouth. And she was disrespectful to me as a man, to emasculate me. So they get their emotions, and we be in an emotional relationship because we have a child together. And it's only been my baby mom's, really, because I can't just say get the fuck out because my baby's attached. And let me explain this. And here's where it comes back to me. I didn't have a mother and father. So it's hard for me to let, it's deep rooted in my traumas when I'm dealing with a woman that has my children and she's talking about taking my child away. So it's a trigger for me to let my children go. I got 4 baby moms and they all took in my children. And all I've ever wanted to be was a good father and give my child what I didn't have. So an attempting of that, I will tell you that when I'm dealing with a woman that's had my child, where I can't with other women, I ain't gonna put my hand on a woman like, yo, get the fuck out. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't shit. Fuck you. Get out of here. Whereas your baby mom, where you have to deal with her and she feels she could cross your boundaries. See, me, I'm a man, and you're not gonna disrespect me. You disrespect me, I'm liable to go upside your head. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or whoever you are. I tell her straight up. See, that's just who I am and always will be. But I will say that it has shown me my shadows in the sense that I want to have my child so bad that I'm willing to get aggressive or get into a physical altercation with someone when I shouldn't have that attachment to my children. I shouldn't, because the concept of separation, that's not spiritual. I should be able to let go of any of my attachments as I teach, but it has taken me to my traumas, and it has been exposed that in my weakness, in my own weakness, I have got physical because the opportunity of me loving myself through my children and healing that trauma in myself, when it's threatened that that's getting taken from me, I can get physically upset to the point of rage. And I understand that that is not okay. And that's why I'm like, okay with her, with my children being gone, and realizing that my true children are those that reproduce my knowledge. And then there's no separation, that I am my child, rather than, so I have made the mistake of falling short and making the mistake of getting physical with my baby mothers because of the fact I was raised without a mother and father. And I've always wanted to be a mother and father to my child. And I'm a very close father, and I'm a very hands-on dad, because I've always wanted to give that child what I didn't get. So this has been a trigger for me. And these have been shadows of my own, and my own demons that have came up. And I take responsibility to this day to say I lost self-control. And I fell short of the glory of understanding this, that separation is an illusion. That you can't take nothing from me. I am everything. And that goes against my own teaching. And so I will say to this day, I have learned that lesson. I have learned that lesson. Not to
Okay,
all right.
go here.
Hold on, Meach. Hold on. Let me ask you this. In learning this lesson, now you already just said that you pretty much don't condone the behavior of a man beating on a woman. It's just an inner demon that you're dealing with based on your own. It's like like we all have buttons. And that's your button in life because of what you went through as a child.
When it comes to my children, yes. When it comes to my children, absolutely.
Okay, I need to know. This is what I need to know. I need to know, what did you do in realizing that the wrong in the physical abuse that you gave out? What did you do for yourself to kindle your spirit, to do it in a, you know, it's like some type of, it's like me, like I have these things that I do personally when I'm alone by myself to check myself about the things that I've done in the wrong. Like, right. So what have you done? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? I'm more interested than you. What do you do?
Me, myself, I go back to my teachings. And I align myself with my teachings, and I see where I went wrong. I self-evaluate. And I say, you know what? Separation is an illusion. It's an attachment. But I understand also why it happened, because of my childhood. So it triggers a trauma in me. And I'm so glad for my baby mothers for the universe using them to take the children away from me so that I can be sat with my own inner child and told, love yourself. Give yourself that love that you want to give the child instead of yearning for that. And so yes, I will admit that is a childhood trauma that has been triggered through my baby mothers. And now that I notice that, I'm more aware of it, I'm less likely to let it trigger me.
Okay, let me go here. With you being the leader, the creator of these particular teachings, you have deemed yourself to be the Messiah to your family. If your message is to go inside and to make sure that you take care of self, and they have to come to you looking for this guidance, looking for the way to do it and carry it on, you said something that puzzled me. As soon as anybody said, well, he made me feel this way, number one, acknowledging the feeling is one thing. I hear when you say to point the fingers, but yet don't take the responsibility of your part. I know that was the implication, or at least the meat of what you were saying. But the initial idea of saying, oh, he pissed me off, or let me get away from you for a minute because I'm mad and this, that, and the other. And then once I come in and I work it out and carry it on, I still got to report back to you because you are the head of this thing. The question is, if you are the head and you are the teacher, when you're the one in the wrong, not so much as what do you do for yourself, who do you run to? Because this is your thing. Who do
So
you go to
whether
for
people know
reproach
it or
and
not,
for revision?
whether people know it or not, I have a special relationship with the universe. I go to everyone. I go online. A lot of times in my arguments, I'm self-revealed. So I don't know if you understand this, but I'm self-awoken. I awoken myself through, like, the universe puts you in situations and it's always teaching you something through people, places, and things. It's up to you to realize it. I'm self-realized, meaning that most people are in your life to show you something. They're not consciously doing it. But if you can see it, then you can be self-realized. You can't say that the other person enlightened you. You can say the situation enlightened you, but you can't say the other person enlightened you. So I'm because I'm open to self-reflection, and I'm always looking at, this is where I get my understanding in. Because I'm always introspectively looking at things like, damn, and I'm always listening. Whether people know I'm listening or not, I'm always listening. So I'll go online and vent. And in my vent, I will come up with my own understanding. Like, wow, I'll be in an argument with a troll, and the troll will say something that make me say something, and I will enlighten myself just by channeling. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's through my communicative abilities that I'm able to actually answer my own questions. I don't know if you ever done that before.
Yeah, I call that the jackass moment in my book.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me go here. Because one of the things is everybody has been focusing on the women who come. What about the men? Let's talk about the men for a minute. And this is going to seem a little bit that way because as a gay man, not necessarily I'm focusing on them for that, but at the same time I am, because with polyamory, or at least a community and a family that involves that, I don't want to fuck no woman. That ain't my thing. So in that, how does that work for the men who are here, for those who are there, and then those who want to challenge you because they know your past? You've been very forthcoming with that. How is it that they're able to live without disrespecting you and the wives?
Well, I attract feminine men. It says it in my natal chart that I get along with feminine.
What?
You
Okay, there we
okay?
go.
You all right?
I can't hear you. Your sound went out. You know what, the devil is a lie. You ain't gonna act up on this motherfucking question. You ain't gonna act up on this question, technology. You ain't gonna act up on this motherfucking question. You ain't gonna act up on this question. You know what we gonna do? We gonna take a commercial break.
Tell them to go. I was getting ready to take a commercial break. You know what? And then we need to we really do need to take some comments and stuff because the people going crazy and they want to know why we not acknowledging them. But you guys, we told y'all I wanted to give him a chance to get out what he needs to get out.
And then here's the thing: we're not acknowledging you right now because some of the damn questions that you got, we got already, and how you're wording it up in here is very disrespectful. And I'm not feeling great to put that out there because it's going to start some shit. And a lot of y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. So that's why. Let me do me and us do us, and we're going to come in a minute. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a commercial break, let him get his technology together, and we'll be right back, okay? So hold on. We going to be right back, Sharon. I said right back. You heard what I say? We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today?
Be bold, be unique, be the tea, with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meach. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meach at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
I think I'm ready to go to the next level, which is yo, can y'all hear me?
And yeah, we can hear you. And we are back.
I was just about to text you, Chief. I was about to be like, you coming back in?
Yeah, we are back. All right. Now, let's get into it. Oh, he put his, no, unmute yourself. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now, before we took this commercial break, we were going into understanding the family and the community and understanding where the men fit in this. Okay, those who have come and said they want to be a part of this, and then, like I said, as a gay man, understanding where do they fit, especially being in a polyamorous community or whatever. Is it something that they're required to be a part of? How does that work?
What I was saying was I attract a lot of feminine men. It's just in my chart. Women and feminine men are attracted to me. And that's been a blessing for me because it's given me status. I'm not like most of the men around me. They're not particularly gay, but they're bisexual or they're open. They're just feminine men. You know, I get along with these men because they're sensible. They have intelligence. A lot of times, men with a lot of testosterone or masculine men, we don't get along. We bump heads because we both bump heads, and we can't hold the same space, but that's okay. We can still agree to disagree and create space. But when it comes to femininity, it's always been attracted to me in whatever form. And so the guys, they don't have a problem following me or, you know, be up under me because the energy flows well like that, you know?
Okay.
Well,
Now,
what about hold on, Meach, I need to ask this because I mean it's a question that I've been wanting to ask for a long time. I've seen like if a couple comes in, right? Couple come together, or a couple that you may put together, because I know you put people together sometimes too. Gee, now you know I'm old. Talk to you like auntie right now. How is it that? Because I had to, because I don't want to think I'm being disrespectful. I'm talking to him from an auntie's point of view. Like I just need to understand this. So when you decide sometimes that you wanna, and then because just for me being around, like I had a lot of brothers, I got a lot of like most is more men in my family than women. So I've just never been around any males that would say that that's okay. You can have my wife. So just break that down for me.
Well, the only thing I could tell you is that
You all right?
No, go ahead.
the only thing that I could tell you.
No, he was choking for real.
Number one, it's a misconception that I put people together. It's a misconception I take people's girls. Everyone here moves freely where they want to be. I'm the type of person that let people go and be where they want to be. Like I don't want someone to be here when they would want to be there, because they're going to be sad, and I don't want people being sad. I want you to be exactly where you want to be. Now, being that it's a lot of young people around me, because of the simple fact is I put a filter on who I let around me because I don't accept people's kids. So that put a filter on older women joining. It's not that I'm into young women, it's just that it puts a filter on older women joining because they have kids, and I'm not taking in other people's kids because my haters I know their tactics. With my own daughter,
I agree with you about that one.
With my own daughter, my haters say that I molest my own daughter, which is hurtful. And so if I had other people's kids, I don't know, there's no telling what they would do to me. We have a woman that left here that's writing a book and telling all kind of fairy tales and making up shit. Half of it's true, half of it's not true. And
Fibble? You talking about
I
Fibble?
can only imagine, and then they're trying to put me in jail, so I can only imagine if I fell out with a woman with kids, how she can use that against me to try to take me down. So I put a filter on accepting women with children, and so the older women are filtered out, and so it makes it seem like I'm just picking on these young women that are meek and they don't have a mind of their own. But no, it filters that only woman that could come here that don't have those attachments. So that explains that. Okay.
I used to be upset with you when I had heard that. Like he's telling people they can't bring their kids, but if they get pregnant and stuff over there. But then I guess for a while y'all was a little bit quiet because I was like, oh shit, what happened? Did somebody get locked up or something? Because I ain't heard that for a while. And then I heard you again, and you said those words. Like I said, I told you when we talked, I don't agree with everything you said. But when you said that, I said that makes sense. That makes sense because somebody will say that. I know that somebody will say it.
I understand my enemy and their tactics, and its tactics. So I understand that Black women are being used as a weapon against me as well. So like with my own children, they took my own children from me. And so I put a filter on that, and I think that was maybe one of the wisest things I could do because they've already tried to put pedophilia on me. So, you know, I'm like, nah, I'm not letting nobody else's kids come here. So you see a younger woman come here because of that. And that's the only reason why. If it wasn't, it'd be a whole bunch of older women here, and they would have been took me out.
Okay, let me go here. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get raw because I'm trying to be dignified, but fuck it, I can't. Right
hey, I don't see what the problem is. You know, shit, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Listen, okay,
You had the other night.
don't you damn
You
start.
the shit. Don't you start no
Here we
shit. You see
go.
what happened the other night? You almost got the shit beat out you. You need to shut up right
Well,
now.
here we are, because, and I'm going to get very carnal, and I'm going to say this way, because I believe this is the elephant in the room, in the comments and carrying on. One, and this is going to be it's the same area, but a series of questions. Number one, being in a polyamorous community, do your wives get the same freedom that you do to be able to choose somebody else to sleep with if they choose?
Yes. But it's been situations where I've gotten to a point where, and this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because it's been a situation where the younger woman in their development, being coming from a broken place, women are looking for emotional security from men. And that's their mistake. Men show their love by protecting and providing for you biologically. We are not responsible for your emotions. And you had that mixed up. So this is why so many women are single, because they're expecting a man to protect and provide. And if, you know what, most of these women are like, I don't need protection and provide. I just need you to come in emotionally. Dudes don't do that. Dudes show their love by protecting and providing for those they love. That's all that's required by nature. So a lot of times women are looking for emotional security from a man, and they're supposed to get that as children growing up. Because we're not raised in villages, we have empty holes and voids in us. Even the black woman, I've noticed this, she's asking the black man for emotional security.
Okay.
He cannot provide that. So let me finish what I'm saying. It's going to come into your answer. So a lot of times the younger women are confused between having a boyfriend, like with being with one of the younger guys here, and feeling that emotional void, and being with a man that is protecting and providing for her. So she goes back between being with Chief, who's a man who's focused on the future, their future, and doesn't have time for her emotions, and is focused on making sure that she has what she needs. And so they teeter back. So what people are seeing is, for 1 minute, they'll say, well, I'm not getting the attention and the emotional attention that I need, which we teach here is that you have to give that to yourself. You have to give that to yourself, self-love. When they don't get that, they want to run to one of the guys that can give them the emotional security.
Okay, so let me go here, because you said that feminine men are in your attraction chart, okay?
Right.
And things of that nature. So when feminine men want to reach out to you for sex, how does that work? Because you have all these wives, and if you take them on, how was that with the girls?
Well, I don't have sex with the guys. As people think I have sex with the guys, but I don't.
Okay.
I have admitted to the world that I'm attracted to transsexuals, and that turns me on because I look at them as women. And that's as far as I go, man. Honestly, what I'm attracted to is feminine women. Like, I like women. I don't like men. Unfortunately, I'm not like that. That's not who even when I was in the industry. When I was in the industry, I would have to watch straight porn to even I was gay for pay is what they would say. Gay for pay. It never was in me to be like I'm not a gay person. It's not what turns me on. What turns me on is femininity. So the femininity, now I know I said feminine men, but I'm not turned on by men.
I got it.
They look like women.
We got that.
And then I'm turned on by them.
We got that.
Yeah,
Hold on.
And more than anybody, we get all that. We got that.
Yeah, we get all that. Okay, so we're talking about how men, or let's just say what we perceive to be strong men or whatever, they're not going to give us the emotional support, right? And man that is there to protect and provide. I grew up in that, so that's how I feel too. So is that what you're doing?
Absolutely.
As chief, as the head of this, you protect and provide for the women. Do they
Absolutely.
have to do anything like outside of regular, what you say, woman work? I don't have a problem with. I think any woman who wants to be domestic should be able to do that. I feel like that. I'm not that one to be like, oh, bitch, all he wants you to do is cook and clean and be barefoot and be pregnant. No, bitch, if that's what the fuck you want to do and you got a man that's going to let you just do that, go right the fuck ahead.
Especially when you got a
That's
nap
your
for it.
calling.
Okay. Right.
Exactly, because some people are just like that. And I don't have an issue with that. So is that how we roll over there? You take care of them, they take care of the house.
Yes. I feel like a
Okay.
woman. I feel like a woman's place and her original trade is to be a mother, and that's a big job. When we're talking about raising a generation, that's the thing. Women
Trade.
don't
Wait
take
a
their
minute.
job serious enough, and that's the problem with our generations and children today. Because the woman is working like a man instead of raising our children, and so this is the problem. And then when you have 3 women raising a child, it's even easier on 1 woman. So this is the solution
Right.
to our traumas and everything that we're looking for. It takes a village to raise a child. So it's not so hard on you as a woman when you have 3, 4 other sister wives. If we're focused on making this a better world and making a better human being through our children, but we're not focused on that, and the system is raising our children while you're at work.
Let me go here. Now, if the message is self-growth, self-love, self edification, we finna get we going to rise and we're going to matriculate into our highest authentic selves. When it's time to move on, okay, and I want to maybe go start my own tribe, or it's time for me to break from here because I've reached my pinnacle here, and it's time for me to take the next journey. Is there separation anxiety? Can they leave freely? Is there some ritual
Oh
that we
yeah.
have to get out? Or are they is this just the family, and yeah, you could build your own, but you're still an extension of this, and you could go over there, but you make sure you still check in with me. How does that work?
Well, that's a trick question, because when you come in here, we're asking for loyalty and devotion. We're not ever thinking that you're going to go do your own thing one day. Together we stand, divided we fall. We're more stronger together than apart. See, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, and that's the problem. And so if you're coming in here, we're not thinking in the mind state that you're going to be leaving.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Let me stop
But
you
let me
there.
say this, but let me finish. If you decide to go, I didn't ask your ass to come here.
Hold on. Okay, but wait a minute, because it may be a trick question, but if your teachings are
I'm
to get me
putting it
to
on,
my
bro.
better self, no, no, you didn't ask me to come. I came because of what you were offering. Now I got what you offered me, and your offerings that took me to this place. But now my loyalty is still here. If I'm saying that the God in me and all of my cells now, my God self has now become heightened, and it's time for me to make a move. I didn't know that without your teaching. So your teachings have told me and taught me that. How come I can't move and feel as though I'm
Oh,
being disloyal?
right. No, you can get my knowledge online. I'm a public figure. You could apply that to your life before you came here. You joined me to join me, not to take from me and then leave. No, you
That's
could do
interesting that you
that.
see it
You
that
don't
way.
have to come to me to get my knowledge and apply it to your own shit. You could go
Now
build
that
on
was
your
always
own.
my thing.
Yeah.
That was always my thing. That what he just said right there.
Uh-huh.
because I got an issue, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I got an issue with some of y'all people who've been watching for years. You hear all the negative shit, you watch all the negative shit, and then you still go, and then you leave and you say all the shit that people may have said before, but now you mad. It's not like you went in the beginning and you said, oh no, that just ain't for me, I'ma leave. So why couldn't you learn what he was teaching from the other side of a screen and apply that to your everyday life, like he just said? Because what I'm not going to do is put every damn thing on him, because you took your ass there
Now,
after you done heard 5,000 people tell you not to go. But
now,
you say, oh, well, I'm not going to go off what everybody say. But if you really believe in his teachings, to be safe than sorry, you can still communicate with him, still learn, ask him for whatever. You can still send him some damn donations, but you ain't had to go.
now, because I'm there too. What I'm doing here is those who go because they done became intoxicated with it. So you're a
There it
charmer.
is.
You are a very sweet charmer, and so as you said, everything about you, something that's going to be attractive. So somebody got attracted to it, and what you giving off the screen ain't enough, because now I want to touch you. I want to breathe it. I need to be around it. And yes, I can sit down here. I could do that. They told themselves that yes, they can. I can go here. I could do this. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Everybody can't have no fucking three-way. Okay? Everybody can't have no three-way, because in order for a three-way to work, everybody got to be attracted to one another. Okay?
Right.
So if I come and say I'm gonna be your third, okay, and I'm saying, okay, yeah, I don't know that so-and-so ain't attracted to me. So when I get there, what I thought was this picture, what I thought was going to be, is not what it is. So those are the ones who say this ain't for me. But those who sit down there and say this is for me, and then they've gotten here and and oh my God, yes. And now you have taught them to want more. Now it's like, okay, what do I do? Because I'm loyal to here. And then it creates this mindset of, damn, am I stuck? Where do we go?
Yeah, you
From this
can't come
point?
here if you're looking to elevate us. Stay where you at and build you from there. If you come in here, it's for life. It's for, I'm joining. This is my family. This is my soul family. That's where I belong. These are my folk. This ain't for I'm gonna come there and get something out of it and leave. No, that's not what we doing here.
Ah, okay. That's what I want to make plain. See, and that
Right.
right there is what I want to. That's why I'm pushing it, because I want that part to be made plain. Because see, a lot of times, folks will say Jim Jones, folks will say, uh, don't drink Kool-Aid and this and the other. But here is where it is. But if you come here, this is what you say. This is not. But let me play devil's advocate here. You said, okay, a lot of young women or young folks are attracted to come here, particularly young women. You didn't say young men yet. You said young women, because most older women usually have children. So what is it there? Because a lot of times, folks who are young, are just at the precipice of life. They don't really know what all is out there. And if they get in this particular box, then this is the world that they know. It's just like indigenous people. Those who don't know what it is to go to another country. I mean, here, I'm from Detroit, and folks live on the fucking east side, ain't never traveled to the fucking west side, don't know shit about the west side. Okay? Don't know, and baby will sit down there and cuss the west side out, because that's where the white folks stay, and that's the rich side, fuck the west side, and it's the same goddamn city. Okay? So saying all that with young folks, especially how as one matures, as one grows, as one become aware of life and this, that, and the other, how is it that you said, oh, well, you stuck here for life here. You came here. I didn't ask your bitch ass to come. You came here, but now you stuck. How do we rectify that? How do we make sense of
and
that?
that's my dilemma. You have found my dilemma. You're very wise, I must tell you.
I'm 50 years old, baby. I've been around the block a million times.
Baby, we's 50 around these parts.
I like
we 50 around these parts.
You found my issue with young people is that they don't know life. And so they come trying to find themselves. And this is where most of my issues are coming from. Because when they leave, it's because they figure out this ain't for them. And
wait a minute, before you finish, let me give you a caveat here to consider. Maybe it wasn't for them for the long haul. Maybe you are that stepping stone to say, you know what? We are just like going from 20s to 30s. Okay, 30s to 40s. That's a huge dip. And then let me add this caveat to consider as well. You keep saying, my childhood, my parents died when I was 1. I've been in and out of the foster system. So you trying to understand what loyalty is, trying to build a family, trying to have a sense of belonging. Is this something for you as well that you're covering, that you're hiding, that you need to cloak and dagger to say, I still got to work on me?
Hey, he got you. He got you.
Yep. That's it. And I'm going to tell you something. Look, in these last couple weeks. Go ahead.
Let me respond to that. I like this guy. I like him.
He got you, dog.
I'm glad I did this interview with you guys. You surprised me. You are very intelligent beings. And I just want to say that for anybody in the room, this has been one of the most greatest interviews I've done yet.
Well, thank you.
Bless your heart.
Meach, I'm impressed. Because you're bringing up things about myself that are deeply hidden that I know about, but you were able to see. And in a matter of seconds, which is a gift. And that's why I always teach that homosexuals outside of sexuality are gifted. Because I've gotten to know many of them and know that they were gatekeepers. They're called the gatekeepers, right? Mm-hmm. You call them the gatekeepers. That's what they called you in indigenous times. You were the oracles, the people that were healers that can see things that most of us couldn't see. So I always teach people that it's always good to have what you would call a gay person as a friend, because you want to keep these people by you, but your energy is being harnessed for Babylon, and it's terrible. And I see it, right? It's terrible because I'm like, yo, these people are some of the most intelligent people on the planet. They have a gift, not a curse, a gift. Look at how long I'm chief. I'm the Messiah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the matter of, and I'm always the one with the answers. And I haven't gone on a gay platform or someone that was a gay platform, but look what happens. You actually can see me. Surprising. This doesn't happen. People usually ask questions and you're like literally getting into my most deepest traumas immediately. And I'm impressed. That's very impressive. Not to say that I want to ask you. Not to say that I don't know my traumas, but for you to see it so early, as much as of an enigma I am, even though I'm public, I'm very much of an enigma. Like what I teach and what I am.
That's on purpose. Yeah. That's a defense mechanism. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's a defense mechanism.
I was getting ready to say, that's all that is.
That's my shield, right? So I'm glad that I'm able to meet you and talk to you outside of the physical realm, the spiritual realm, the mind. I'm glad I met you. because that let me know that you're deep, and me and you can go to those levels. You understand? It's hard to find people like that, and so are you, Miss Nikki. And it seems like you are too. This whole panel is going to be therapeutic.
What you feel? Well, let me introduce you to something here, because you're looking at three people that are guided by spirituality on three different realms. Three different realms.
Three different places.
You got it. Three different places. You got me. I have foresight. You have Miss Nikki. She has a doggone knowledge and a platform. When I say it's so far advanced, it's knowing without knowing before you speak it. And this man
I'm empathic.
This man will tell you right here who you are within the minute he says hello to you. The three of these together.
He reads those cards, honey.
But me, I'm the person that likes to go deep within self. And so I encourage this. I like this. I want to expose myself, and I want to go deep into myself, and I want to talk about that. And he's given the avenue to point it back to me. And people usually point it back to the alter ego. Oh, well, you said you did this, and what about Malia? That stuff is not who I am. This guy's pointing back to me. He sees me.
I'm gonna give you a backstage pass. I'm gonna give you a backstage pass, brother. We talked about this before this went down, and the whole point of this was to get to know who you are.
You are. That's it.
They say you are. We wanted to know who you are. You get it?
Not the defense mechanism that you have to put up for everybody else. Just be able to say, listen, because I've heard you say, I'm not perfect. But when you got to say that, it's usually because you're responding about some shit that doesn't happen. You ain't never been able to say it and just being able to say, hey, I got these demons of mine. I'm like, I've heard you say things. But usually when I hear you say them, it's when shit is all going wrong. And just like in an argument, and two people are arguing, you don't hear what the fuck they saying, because even though they might be telling you exactly what they want you to hear, you ain't hearing them and they're not hearing you. So a lot of people will not hear you. But I want to ask you.
Wait a minute, don't ask
something.
Not yet.
First. I want to answer his question.
No, and let him answer that question.
Please, he went deep. He connected. He listened. He connected my childhood with my baby mother, and me lashing out when it comes to my childhood, to connecting that to carbonation as a family, and not being able to let go of people. Right? Is that an actual trauma as well? Because I didn't have a family. Let's talk about that. That is one of my traumas as well.
Okay.
Yes. And I do want family. And I've seen that part of myself where I am clingy to the people that come, and I have these deep relationships with them. And they continue to leave me to show me that I have to love. This is why my message to the world is I love myself. And what you're seeing online is me dealing with my own shadows.
Hold on. Is it your shadow? Or is that what you're calling it? Because what I'm hearing is that you may be addicted to love. And wanting love.
Want of love.
Needing love. And then experiencing it. See, what I hear, and from what the folks are trying to paint here, is the symptoms of what addiction does. Because it becomes erratic when we lose control of it. And if it's love that you're looking for, then you're going to get it, and you're going to put that energy out there so that it attracts. But then when love ain't what you thought it was, then you get out of control, and then you fight. That's that dominant male trying to fight to control the atmosphere, when folks are like, honey, I've given you all I've got. I ain't got no more to give.
Ooh.
But see, that you know what? That's a three-legged table, Meach. You know what I'm saying? No matter what side you lean and weight on it, it's gonna fall.
That's it.
Address that. Hold up, because yo, I be vibing so low with these people that just to talk about this stuff and to expose the real me and to get a chance to actually talk about these things is such a gift. And I don't want to talk over what he just said. Yo, I overgive because I want love. So I overgive people. I overextend myself. This is an aspect in my chart. That's crazy you said that. I do. I give people the ultimate love, right? Like a parent's unconditional love. And I'm looking for that back, and they're not able to give that back. And
let me speak from the mom. Hold on, Chief. Hold on. Because I need to tell you this. It's pouring out. I gotta tell it.
Please address the trolls, please. If you feed them, they're gonna keep coming.
Oh no. This ain't from them. This is from me.
My statement, please.
Go ahead. Because I can't let it go. It's like it's about to jump out my chest. Go ahead. It ain't nothing bad. Go ahead, finish your stuff. I'm telling you, I'm giving you this from a mom. I'm giving you this. The other day you were on with somebody, and although it was a little rowdy because that's just how y'all was talking. No, that one actually wasn't rowdy. The young lady was letting you know, Chief, you are wanting this loving family, but not everybody that you let in is it. Maybe you need to see it's 3 people next to you, right? Those 3 women next to you. And I don't know all the dynamics. I know you like to be like, oh, everybody love Malia. Y'all know Malia to get rowdy sometimes too. All that. But maybe if you put all that love and stuff that you say you want and have into what you already have, show the females and the guys that you teaching there what you already have. Right now, say no when somebody calls. And get it together with what you have. And then when you go to teach, it'll be so much stronger without all the crazy energy from this person just came and fucked up everything that y'all just got together and stuff like that. Like, when I reached out to you, it was a day that I said, that's the first time I ever seen him as a human being. You wasn't cussing nobody out. You wasn't sounding arrogant. You wasn't flipping out or being disrespectful. Because there was a couple times I was like, he called one more girl a bitch, and I'm going to just go straight off. I'm going to find his ass. But the day that I've reached out, that wasn't you. And it was because of that place of hurt. You know what that hurt was, right? Because that hurt keeps leaving and coming back. Okay? In that moment, I got to see a man hurt. Because you was trying to figure out, why the fuck do I keep letting this person keep come back and leave and hurt me again and leave, hurt me again? Because you're not thinking that you're enough. Somewhere in you, even with all the knowledge and stuff that you have gotten, there's something in you that thinks that you are not enough.
Let me go
you
here.
Gotta stop that. You have to.
It's not about stopping it. What he has to do is acknowledge it. Because now I'm going to give you something that's probably going to piss you off because I'm finna say it like this. Okay? A lot of your reconciliation has to be with God and whoever you call your higher power. Because somewhere that child in you is angry at God for taking your parents and leaving you in this particular situation. If a God loves me like that, how could this be? Then, this is why I'm hearing that your message is love is here. I am God because all the love is here. That there's from the teachings and stuff that you learn because God lives here in the heart. That's what Christianity teaches. God lives in the heart. So everything that you need is already here. What I hear your message to be is to tap into it. Self-love, self-heal, self-here. Well, one of the things that you have to open yourself up to is that if everything is here, okay, then I've got to learn how to let the cup overflow because I got to have something to give. Because all this is mine. What's in the cup is mine. It's the overflow that I
To
share.
give.
That's for everybody else. But if
Exactly.
everything is all
Exactly.
up in here and I'm growing, and yet it's time for me to give the overflow, but now I got to be loyal to you because the cup is on the shelf. Okay. And I get to just look around at the goddamn shelf. Hell, when you go open up the cupboards, at least can the glass at least dust the glasses off. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of what I'm hearing is you still working on you. The problem that is happening is that because you're so public, folks don't understand that, and what they see and what they object to is a lot of the lashing out, a lot of your hurt, a lot of that little boy still trying to reconcile in a man's world, a lot of everything else, and then not letting you have your own faults. And here's another thing. As you profess it to be Messiah, everybody who knows God, God doesn't have mistakes. God doesn't have failures. God doesn't have flaws. So if you are their Messiah, for everybody to see you with flaws, that opens you up to scrutiny because it's like, who the fuck are you? And it gives that, and a lot of the negativity that you have is all of that. And because of that, you become this wonderful charmer. You become this, what a lot of folks would say, a manipulator, because it'd be a play on words when all this is healing for you so that you can know that you are worthy of that same love that you saying everybody has.
Well, damn. Okay.
Well, come on through and finish the word.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, look. I hate to break the news to you. That man's dead on. Because everything he said is glowing out of your skin, brother. It's just shining all around you. But here's my thing. From what he said, it made me feel some kind of way because you and I share the same thing. I lost my parents early. You know what I'm saying? I've had to face this world by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I took some paths that were, you know what I'm saying? I became the charmer, the manipulator, the leader, the follower. You know what I'm saying? My name, a phone call from me to Chicago had folks locking up their doors. Okay, I really was an asshole out there. I had to really find myself, and you know what I'm saying? Everything that you're doing, the dog, I was trying to replenish I had to set up that thing. Okay, well, I had nobody to guide me, so I wanted to turn around and be the leader of all things. If I couldn't be the one to say the alpha and omega, the dominant, or this or that, and this and that, if I couldn't be none of that, I don't want to be bothered with it. You know what I'm saying? And I found some demons inside of me, bro. That's why when you spoke about that demon of the domestic violence things, that people, they take one little thing and they point the fingers and all that, you know what I'm saying? Not understanding the demons that you're dealing with within yourself. You know what I'm saying? The buttons that are pushed to take you to that area. They don't make you that person. The situations make you that person for that moment. And I've been there. I'm listening to all this stuff all over again, and I'm finding bits and pieces of me, and I'm starting to get an understanding. At first, I didn't understand you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't understand you. I went back and I read and read. I tried to find the homie, and I kept finding. I'm like, yo, bro, something ain't right. Something ain't right. But the problem is, right? So, but when I finally hear you, I'm the type of person that I can't judge. I gotta hear you. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've heard,
that was my whole point.
now that I've heard you, I hear a lot of the flaws that I've had that I've repaired within myself in my life. We share some of the same walks. You might have took yours to another level in a different way in spirituality. But at the same time, we have some of the same pains. We just doggone heal them differently. That's it. So I'm not saying you're no bad dude and fuck all of the trolls. I ain't got nothing to do with all that. Fuck them. Okay? At the end of the day, brother, I'm like Nikki. Close the door to what you're doing. Take over what
do that first.
Do that first. Build yourself, your empire within yourself, and let that empire overflow into all you have around you. That's where you're going to be that return of unconditional love that we look for. That's where you're going to get it back. You're never going to get it if you allow your door to continue to be a revolving door.
Period. Look behind you. You got what you need right there. It was something else I had wanted to add on to that before we go to the next thing, Meach. Think about this. You know, there are people who still want to learn from you. How about you do retreats? Not everybody come the fuck to stay. Let me come teach y'all some shit. Get out of your head where they all got to stay. Because everybody can't stay. Everybody ain't meant to stay. But you might be able to teach some people some shit and send their ass back. And they might be enlightened. They may be able to change their lives. Maybe yes, maybe no. But you can pass on what you got, but they ain't always have to stay. They don't.
You can give up. You can come up with a spiritual. You come up with a monetary spiritual donation and allow 5 people to visit you for a weekend. They come. You feed them your knowledge.
Feed them some food too.
Feed them your knowledge. No, but they're tired. No, Nikki. I know I am.
But just feed them.
Everything this man is doing. No. If you're gonna pay to come and feed off of me, you best believe when you get there, you're gonna walk the walk that I walk. You're gonna talk the talk that I talk, and you're gonna learn what I'm giving you. Now you might be a little upset because
that weekend
chapter. I'm only gonna give you just a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
Because you only coming for the weekend. You ain't no old book. But I can help you out a little bit.
All right, now let me get up off him for a little bit because I wanted to process that. But I want to go here because I want to lighten up the mood just a little bit. And that there is let's talk about the fun and the activities of the family, because I keep folks want to sit down here where he drinking, he like to get his Hennessy, he like to smoke his weed, he do this. How can he be so spiritual? So this that he do all that
from the earth?
I don't smoke weed, but I don't have a problem with it.
Wait a minute, I was stuck for a second. I'm sorry.
Hey, well, fuck all y'all that got something to say about it. Goddamn blows eyes out.
But here's where it is. Let's go there. Let's talk about what it is to be in the family. Let me come up off of you for a second because I want you to process all that. But I want you to let's take this into a place where for folks to understand who you are. Talk about. I'm gonna go back to discipline and carrying on because we're all human, and we all have to understand what reproach is and how discipline and stuff works there. But before we go there, let's talk about what it is to enjoy being there. What is it? I know in my promo that I had a picture of you all hugged up with a woman, honey, in the water, butt naked in Canada, which was a hot bus shot, honey. That was hot.
Nana.
Okay.
That was him and Nana.
Oh, honey, that was a hot bus shot. I thought I was going to get one off of that one, baby.
It took his ass to find that one. It took his ass to find that damn.
I sure did, baby.
That is not one of the ones I sent to you.
I knew that was a big Meach moment when I saw the advertisement.
Exactly, because that was not one of the pictures that I sent. I swear to God, it was not. I was like, okay, that's a nice ass picture. Where you get that from?
That was a dope picture though. Artistically, it was dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
We filmmakers and musicians and stuff too. So
along with understanding, how to connect with nature, getting into the soil. A lot of us well, I'm not a gardener, but I've done it. And I understand what it is to understand the richness of the soil and carrying on. I know what it is to be on the beach and you got your toes in the sand and you get in the water. How many of y'all have ever skinny dipped, honey, and just been in there, Oh, honey. Okay. So, in understanding all that to connect and understanding that we are a part of everything. I'm going to tell you something. I was out on the boat with my Caucasian friends, child. This is the first time that had happened. I've been on the cruise, but this is a friend of mine who had a boat. And, okay.
Oh, you brave as fuck. You was on a boat with white people?
Yeah. And so we out
He
in Lake
crazy as
Michigan.
hell. I ain't getting on the boat with no damn white people.
Listen, we out in Lake Michigan, child. And it was at that moment because and well, it seemed like we was in the middle of the damn lake, but we wasn't, but it just seemed like that. And the sun was setting and carrying on, and it was at that motherfucking moment that I realized how insignificant my big ass is to the whole scheme of things. Because it was that I heard somebody say once, if God is the ocean, that I am just a mere cup of it. And that resonated with me so loudly at that moment because I felt like and then I'm Pisces, so water is my element anyway. Baby, I was there. So, and I'm saying all this to say, understanding the connection and understanding how we are. What is it that you guys do for fun, relaxation, in order to build the family and to have the high spirits to know that this is how we come together?
We like to be in nature, just like going to the river, going to the beach. We also like teaching the knowledge. We like to party. We like to dance. We like to have sex. We like to drink.
Oh,
We like to do anything anyone else does. We like to make music.
You don't know nothing about no music. You don't know nothing about no music.
Oh man, we got a whole catalog of music.
Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna see what you're working with.
Okay.
I sent you the text about Red and stuff, so y'all gonna be able to talk music.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just glad that y'all able to talk to us. But I really wanted to go more deep into like what you said, man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm playing something. Shit, that didn't mean to play. Go ahead.
Y'all so mature. When it comes to letting people come visit here, that's a dub. That's not gonna happen. But only because my haters find my location and they abuse it. They send police out. I don't know if you know my history. Once my haters find my location,
well, you know I do.
I would never let anybody come here to visit. That's another reason why I'm gun-ho on who comes here. And I wanted that brings me to my point. It's not that I don't want to let people go. It's just that when people go, they try to capitalize off my energy, brother. They try to capitalize off the shit, and they try to find, it's easy to take the energy from me and talk about me and then advertise your own shit.
Right.
And
yeah, but you know what? You can't keep getting so wrapped up in that. They're gonna do it. They've been doing it. So if you're letting somebody who didn't want to be there take you off of what you're trying to teach.
At this point in my life, I've evolved to create initiations to even get to me. Like entry tests. I have an entry test now. You have to know my knowledge.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Go ahead.
No, I said I heard about that. I heard about the test. I said I heard about the test.
I have an entry test to get into me. You have to already be joining me virtually online before you join me physically. Because you can't fake the things that we teach you. So now I've learned to put people through these things before I let them come here. Where in the past I just let people come here and I find out this ain't what they really want to do. But if you're already doing it virtually, then I know that, okay, this might be something that you're serious about. I can't afford to have people come here and just let you come in for a minute. I can't get that thought in people's mind that they could come here for a while and leave. Because you know how many women will come here just to try to do shit to me for clout. We're not dealing with a mature crowd here. We're dealing with demonic people. There's women that want to harm me. There's people that want to harm me. I can't open no retreat. I'm past that level. These people want to kill me. This is serious. You don't know who's on your panel. These people want me in jail. People trying to harm me. People come here and poison me. I don't know who to trust. So people have to dedicate everything to me. I have to know that you're serious. How do I know you're serious? Because you're gonna give all that you have to this mission. So it's a different dynamic. I'm not just some guy. You got to understand the concept around me and what's going on around me. There's women that just want to fuck me. They know I got a big dick. They already seen my penis. They want to come fuck just to have the experience. They love my energy. They want to know what's behind the source that gives me the intelligence that I have, and they want to fuck on and suck on that. There's women that are succubus.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Press pause, honey. Press pause.
Hey, you gotta watch.
Succubus.
Please turn your AC on.
Now listen, there's women out there that have just sent me messages. I just want to fuck you. Can I fly you out? Can I come in there and suck your dick? And I can't have that because they're coming for the wrong reasons.
Those are demonic spirits. You don't want that around you.
I was going to say, why you don't just block them?
No, it's not about blocking them. It's that some people don't show their demons until they get here.
Right.
Until they get them.
Some people act like
the whole point of me bringing up that situation to see. That's what I wanted to hear from you. I wanted to hear exactly why you're like that, and now you're telling us what, because I wanted you to
understand that when they get my address, they send police video clips and scare people in the neighborhood and make them think that they have some dangerous man there with a dangerous group, and then they wind up kicking us out.
Oh, you know what? Wait.
Yeah, I seen that's what happened in Hawaii. In Hawaii, I seen y'all talking to the locals and stuff like that, and I did. Now, y'all, I always tell y'all, I've been saying from the beginning, I don't agree with everything that he do, but what I can say is I did see him talking to one of the local, like, I don't know how it is in Hawaii, but he was like, we are here. I'm checking in with you. Just like we know, we all come from, you know where we come from. And you check in before you go somewhere on somebody else's shit.
Right.
And I don't know what happened before that, but I did see him do that. He talked to that man. He said, I am here. We don't want nothing but peace. I'm checking in with you to let you know that we don't want no trouble. We just here for peace.
Let me ask this question, because I'm noticing in the comments, and I was reading when I was doing some research on you, and I was looking at this, that, and the other, reading comments there. You have a very specific language and a very different spelling of words. And Karen, I'm seeing folks are spelling myself.
When the people saying I love myself.
And you know, they're spelling myself MYCE, you know, and carrying on. I'm noticing folks are saying, you know, well, I am, they spelling IEYE. I'm noticing that you would say men, and we know that to mean plural of more than one man. But every time we say, you're not saying woman and women, you're saying woman, and you're keeping that as still a singular. What is the language of your movement and of your family? Why is that significant? Why is that important?
That's a very good question. Wow. So no one ever asks that. You know?
I'm gonna cut my camera off for a second, but I'm still listening. Okay, I gotta do something.
Okay. Thank you for asking that. Like, you respect art. Like that's dope. I start spelling myself that way, so subliminally we understand that we're selves. It's spelled MYCELLF.
CELLF.
You see cell in there. You see cell in there. So you
Because of the cellular.
Right. I got it.
Myself. And thanks for asking that, because it allows me to educate people on why. And so subconsciously, we say self, like we're cell. And when it comes to woman, we put womb on there, womb.
Right.
Because she's a man with a womb.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it means. Yeah.
Creator of creation. Go ahead.
Right.
So it's to recognize that she holds our womb. She holds the womb that we portal through. It's to recognize the womb man and let her know you have a womb. You're a man with a womb. We break down the anatomy of the woman. I mean, she has a clitoris, which is likened to a penis.
Right.
She has ovaries, which are likened to testicles. So she's a man with a womb. So we want her to recognize who she is by saying that. You know what I'm saying? We spell it like that.
That's dope, man. I'm gonna make you some t-shirts. That's dope.
Listen, I like that. I like that.
Yo, what the hell?
I really like that. And see, this is a part of the intoxication. So let me go here now, because I'm going to get a little sensitive again. Okay. All right. Somebody saying Pisces in the house. Yeah, Pisces is March 4th, baby, all day.
What was the deal about the turtles, Chief? Because I heard somebody say that was one of the reasons why they wanted y'all to leave.
When we went to Hawaii, you know how they carry COVID and when you're in the States. When we went to Hawaii, came from Atlanta. We came from Atlanta, right? You know how they carry COVID when you're in the States.
Somebody doubling.
When we went to Hawaii, came from Atlanta. We came from Atlanta, right? You know how they carry COVID.
Yeah. Is that you? Okay. Right, headphones. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Nature Boy.
When we was in Atlanta carried COVID in a certain demeanor. And we went to Hawaii with that same demeanor, not knowing it was 10 times stricter.
Okay.
We got off the plane. We thought that it was preliminary, that we, sign the papers and then we just go out and just be, you know what I'm saying, like we was in Atlanta. We might have had a curfew or something. So we carried it in that same demeanor. And that just, and when we was at the beach, it was a turtle, a big ass turtle at the beach. We ain't never seen no turtle at the beach. We want to go chill with the turtle. Now, we wasn't trying to harm no turtle. Come on. We just wanted to play, like, see what the turtle was like, we didn't know the sacredism of the turtle. Because we didn't know the history of the people. We just came here, we was like, oh, wow. We was not trying to harm that turtle. Obviously, you've seen it. We were amazed by it when they told us not to touch it. We backed off. We was like, oh, okay, it's something sacred. Clearly, they blew that out of proportion. So, but I also learned that the people of Hawaii had misdirected emotions toward us. It had nothing to do with us. It had everything to do with motherfuckers coming to their home, disrespecting them. And we were a catalyst for their pain and suffering. And so it wasn't about them hating black people more than it was hating motherfuckers that come violating them like the white man is currently doing to them. So they're upset. And I just happen to play as a catalyst to allow them to express some of that energy through. And I felt their pain. And I knew that it was misdirected. They directed it toward me.
All right, I'm going to ask you something that you may not know how to answer. And that there was this. We know what the haters are saying. You also know your shortcomings. You also know what the family and what the movement is. What is it that they're saying is right? What is it that you say, okay, yeah, Yeah, we did that, and that's something I got to work on. What is it that you would admit to that the haters are putting out there that you would sit down here and say, you know what, damn, okay, I may not wanted to say that, but they done put it out there. So okay, this is something here, this is something here,
I
this
have
is what we're working on, this is what we're
I
changing.
have physically abused women before.
Uh-huh.
That's true. Um, when it comes to my children, it's been a trauma and a trigger, and they're right about, you know, me physically abusing women when it came to my baby moms. Now, are they right about me always abusing women? No, they're not. They take it to an extreme, you know. Um, what else do they say that might be true? Because a lot of things is just misunderstandings, as we're finding out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I got one.
what?
Okay. So, because I really was trying my best not to bring Nana up as much as possible. Because, I mean, when people go through shit, I don't want nobody asking me about motherfucker that be messing with my damn heart. But do you feel like when
Is her mic low? Or is it me?
no, it's mine. I changed cameras and some shit going on around here. Um, do you feel like, and I don't know if the ladies have wanted to answer anything or not, but do you feel like the times that Nana has left and other ladies step up and then she comes back and takes her position again? First of all, do you feel like that's fair? I know as a mom and an auntie, I have 6 grown kids. Like I said, my oldest child is 30, will be 34 in a couple weeks, and my youngest 2 are 23. Um, I know, yeah, it's just the mom in me that feels sorry for sometimes when things happen with the girls, but I also have to say they grown and they went the hell over there, and if you don't like it, you need to leave. But do you feel like it's fair when the ladies step up and they be everything that you need them to be, and they following everything that you need them to follow from what we see? Because I know shit go on that we don't see. We see a lot, but we don't see everything. How? Why do you feel that that's okay for her to keep abandoning all of y'all? Because I'm not gonna say just you, because then she's a sister wife, so she's not just
Right.
abandoning you, she's
Right,
abandoning
right,
her
right.
sister. And then she's able to come back. And I mean, I know you got a lot of flack about that fight. Oh, I was in here like I was probably your grandmama in here. I was in here cussing your ass out. I was like, nope, shouldn't do that. As sister wives, they should, and I know that they're young, but as sister wives, they should have been able to sit down and figure out a way to work it out. Now, out from the outside looking in, I don't know if this is true or not, but now I always seem like the polygamy thing is not what she really wanted. She wanted you and only you, and she didn't want anybody else to be with you. So when she comes and goes, how do you feel about it? And then do you feel like it's fair to you and the sisters?
The reason why I let her back is because of my daughter.
Because your daughter, yeah, I heard you say that.
I need to continue to tell you guys that me and Nana don't have the connection you think we have.
Okay.
Nana's 23 years old. I'm 38. There's things that she don't know, and with her personality, she's not being able to be guided because her ego is too inflated. So she has to go learn the hard way. I can't tell her nothing. And her reason why she comes back into her position is because of my weakness when it comes to my daughter. I want my daughter to know that her father loves her. I want my children to know when growing up for me, I only wanted to know, did my mom and dad love me? Did they love me? You know, they died when I was so young. I never seen them before. I've always wondered in my mind, did they love me? My thing is to get my daughter long enough to allow her to know, I love you. Your father loves you. And don't let ever, no one ever let you no one tell you different. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do whatever for you. And that's me trying to talk to my mom and dad.
Okay.
And when it comes to Nana coming back, y'all thinking like, oh, he keep letting her come back and forth, but y'all don't understand the relationship that I'm going through with my children and the woman that I'm having them with.
I get it. I get it.
And everybody keeps bringing up Nana, and I'm like, nah. Nah.
Okay, so you let her back. I get it. You want to be able to see your daughter. So, but is it that is Nana giving ultimatums that I'll bring your daughter back, but I get my spot back? Is that an ultimatum?
No, I'm offering that. I'm like, come on back, baby. You can listen, whatever you want, you can have it. It don't matter. Y'all get the fuck out the way. Move, because Nana coming back. But it's not about Nana. It's about that little girl knowing that your father loves you dearly. I love you so much, and I don't want you to ever walk around in life not knowing if your father loved you and have to question that. And now that she's upset with me, the worst thing in my mind is that she would ever tell my daughter I didn't care about her. And same goes with my sons. I've only wanted a chance to let them know that I love them. That's it.
Let me go here. Let me go here. Because what you just described is you walking through you being dead to them the way your parents have died for you.
Right.
And so this here, okay, that's my inner Iyama, honey. This here is a pattern. That's the pathology of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in that, this here is your irrational behaviors, your acting out, your this, your that. It becomes all of that. Now let me ask this. And you have the three women here, and I'm gonna take your lead in this, because a lot of folks think that control is that they don't get to talk. We've seen this, we've seen this on the TV. We've seen this in other shit. We want docile women. The whole thing of a lot of black men think that if they get Asian women are so docile, honey. Eddie Murphy made a joke about that. You may speak, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? How is it for that, for the women to be able to talk and to be free to communicate or whatever? Or do they always have to do that in your presence? Is that something that are you constantly there to make sure that the information or something that's sacred is not spilled? What is that? Because a lot of folks are looking at, why are they so quiet? They there, but they ain't saying nothing. And oh my God.
It's kind of like I'm the articulate one. And sometimes when you're the articulate one, you become the voice for your people.
Right.
And you're the best person to speak for your people. And it behooves you to allow the spokesman to represent you.
That's true. Rather than
allow someone that's not as articulate to get caught up in things that they can use against us.
Right. And let me put a footnote there, because oftentimes it would be just that. See, they would ask the questions that they can't answer to trip them up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That to say that.
Yeah.
But I'm the outspoken one.
I know you are not trying to call me.
I'm the outspoken one, and I speak for my people. I'm a voice for my people. I'm the one that talks a lot. That's what I do. They don't talk a lot. So when you talk to them, they don't have the articulate ability to articulate themselves as well, but they have ways they use art. They use art through music, dance. They have other ways of expressing themselves. And everybody's not articulate. Everybody's not meant to be articulate. And so it's best that Farrakhan speaks for the Nation of Islam rather than someone else. Or there has to be trained articulates that's able to speak for the hearts of their people. So that's why we do that. We do it that way.
You know how you were just saying about, you know, your kids. That's the thing for you. Your kids, you want your kids to know how much you love them. My question is, what about the ladies who have left their kids behind? Do they feel the same way, and are they allowed to reach out to them, talk to them? We on video and stuff all the time. Are they able to do that to let them know that they miss them, they love them, and they care about them as well?
Absolutely. When it comes to Aya, all right, for instance, when it comes to Aya, her baby dad won't give her her son. That's the situation she's in. Her baby dad's being a dickhead. He's like one of them guys, if he can't have her, then he's going to make it difficult for her. You know what I'm saying? To even get her son. And when it comes to Malia, her family is making it difficult for her to get her son. So they are constant. Of course, you know, I'm constantly encouraging them to make sure they get their kids if they can, because I'm the advocate for that. Why would I ever, no matter what people are saying out there?
I was going to say it because it comes from what I've always seen. It was like, well, he won't let them bring their kids. He say it's all about his kids, but what about their kids? So yeah, no. I wanted you to be able
and that's
to
that's you know, I'm so misunderstood when it comes to that. But now that you're getting to know me, you would know that wouldn't even make sense. From my traumas, that wouldn't make sense.
Because I'm gonna just say, as a mom, I don't give a damn what I was learning. I ain't leaving my kids. But that's just me. I tell people all the time, we are so transparent on our platform. I've been married 3 times. The last 2, that was just on me because I shouldn't have said yes. But the second person said to me, well, y'all know it was true. I said yes, but I shouldn't have, because I had in my mind that I was always supposed to be a wife.
I was married now.
Right.
Yeah, I was married now. Yeah, but I was brought up to, you ain't the girlfriend, you ain't the baby mom, you's the wife. That's what I was brought up to believe. And that was wrong of me. But I remember my second husband saying, I came home because my kids are with my first husband. He said, ooh, they said if they didn't want me here, I wouldn't be here. And I looked at him and I said, well, they told you right. But when I say that, I mean because my kids were the kind of kids who cared about everybody. Because we love it. I gave them all the love. We have a saying that I put on all our merch and stuff, don't be bitter, be better. I didn't have the love that I felt like I was supposed to have because my dad was a gangster and my mom was the gangster's wife. So I didn't have that. So I say, don't be bitter, be better. And I know that my kids are very loving. So I had to tell him, listen, if my kids said that they didn't want you around, it's because there's really something wrong with you. Because that's not the way that they are. They were right. He was strung out on drugs. So you got to go. Period.
Like I said, I don't let people's children here, and I'm particular about that because of the fact that people can use their children.
Yeah. I totally
when
get
it comes
it now.
When it comes to Aya and Malia, I know they would never do that to me. So you know I want their kids here.
Right. Okay. So
there has to be issues here that's outside of our control. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. I just wanted you to, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said,
I want to clarify
a lot of times you get on the interviews and stuff, and
because
nobody
people
will
don't
let
know
you
that.
actually
They're
answer
just
it.
going off of what people are saying.
Right. And that's what I was saying. When you do other interviews, because everybody's so hype about what we see, the shouting matches begin and you're never able to answer it. I'm not here to judge or anything. Do I get pissed off at some of the stuff? Hell yeah, I do. I'm human. I'm a mom. I get pissed off. But what I am not is not fair. I'm not going to say I don't like something because and not understand what's going on or get the information to be able to say I don't like that. That's just not in me. So that was the reason why when I reached out, I said, listen, I just want you to be able to say what you need to say without the screaming matches. And I hope that we have given you that because we ain't got into one. Even the stuff that I've been mad at you about, I've been able to talk to you and hear what you had to say. And at the end of the day, the people in the comments or all three of us, whether it's our cup of tea or not, you know, you want dish and tea, if it's our cup of tea or not,
okay.
it's not, it's us as elders to say, let's ask some of these questions and let's let them answer.
Okay, now let me go here. Let me go here because we're gonna let you go, child.
I was gonna say, God damn, we've been on here 3 hours.
We on here for 3 hours already, child.
I got me missing Perry Mason again. God damn it.
Here's where it is, because I know earlier we said we got cookbooks and this, that, and the other for funding and merchandising and carrying on so that you guys can build. I know the adversaries and stuff who feel as though that, okay, all you doing is getting folks there and collecting their money and carrying on, don't understand what the commitment is. What else are you doing? You said you got the cookbook and things. How is it that folks can actually support if they want to buy the cookbook? Because I was looking at one of the videos about understanding, you know, the right foods to eat and this, that, and the other. What is all of that, and how does that work and that?
Well, we don't sell anything. We don't sell our music. We don't monetize our YouTube. We do. We did put our music recently on like Spotify and stuff like that. We didn't do that for money. We did that for exposure.
Okay.
We actually paid for it to get on there, so that people can get the message. So we don't believe in doing things for money. We do believe in doing things from your heart. So we only open ourselves to donations. We're nonprofit because that's our beliefs. So when it comes to our book, everything is free. Everything is free. You can get it free. It's online. Carbonation B6 diet. We have added shrimp and chicken and fish and chicken to it as needed. Because when women get pregnant, they need those extra proteins. And if guys want to bulk up and you know, get some weight on them, they're gonna need that extra protein. So we did add fish and chicken to the B6 diet as needed.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, because you just hit my sister's spot. Because that was. I got 2 more questions. Number 1, damn it, where the thick boys?
With a what?
Shit. Where the thick boys at? Everybody around there, 2 days, shit, ain't got no weight on them. They look like bamboo sticks. Where the goddamn thick boys?
He gets some
Okay. Shit. Okay, I wonder, hell, they all in the water and shit. I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute.
Because the way that they eat.
I understand all that, honey, but he just said if they want to bulk up and shit, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, shit, where they at? Thickness comes cutely. Shit. Okay.
We sorry, y'all.
Don't be, okay.
Hey. I'm gonna need you to stop that bullshit.
I can't take them nowhere most of the time, and they held it together real good.
Listen,
Meach,
as far
what?
As
bring it down.
As far as
Bring it down.
The guys that's come to me have been just thin guys. They're more on the thin side.
Okay.
That's what's around me right now.
Oh, he's tired.
I know thick fin boys, child. Shit. Okay.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm working on Meach right now. I'm gonna get him.
Anyway,
but if they get there and they keep on this diet, they're not gonna be sick for long.
I'm gonna get him some coochie.
Listen, okay. And then and here's my final question, and then I'll let you close out with your final thoughts. And that there is why the name changed, because you went from melanation to carbonation. So why was the name change important?
Well, the name change is important because it's a phase in my life. And that group of people that I was with at Melanation, those people showed me a lot of things about myself, and I went to the next stage in my life. And carbon and melanin, carbons in melanin, so it didn't matter. It was like let's change the whole name up. It's a new phase in my life, so I did that, and now I just want to go back to NATUREBOY as a brand, but you know I don't want to name us Carbonation because people think we're a cult then. I just want to go back to NATUREBOY and let it be about me and my personal life rather than people trying to target me as a cult leader. And I'm not a cult leader. They're trying to stick things on me that I'm not to create a case, you know what I'm saying, on me. And so,
but you know, some people say that because you've said it before.
Well, I only said it because they said it about me and I went with it. Oh. And I made it a thing like, okay, yeah, I'm a cult leader. Because I have a culture.
But I've heard it.
That is the root of it. That's the root of a cult because it comes from culture. I mean, it is. Don't every night try. I try every night. You know what though? Oh.
No. You gotta understand.
Shut the hell up, Malia.
No.
The jewelry you've been making, I love it. And when you put up tutorials, I'm gonna watch.
Listen, no, I had to cover my screen. Damn it, he fucking with me. Anyway, no, I was saying that I heard you say in an interview just what you just said. You said they say I'm a cult, so okay, fuck it then, you know. And if they say that, then I'm going. Then that's what helps me get the exposure because I need the message out there. I heard you say that.
Yeah, so, I don't consider myself a cult leader because everything I'm doing is public. Number one, and if I'm a cult leader, then everybody watching me is part of my cult. It's public. It's just my personal life. They're trying to make it more than it is. They're trying to make something that's not that. It's just me. I don't have some secret hidden, you know what I'm saying, agenda or like, you know, I'm not trying to make people think that I'm God. I call myself the Messiah, but I'm teaching you that everything is God. Like, I'm not teaching you that I'm God and making people worship me. I'm teaching people that we all are God collectively.
All right.
So,
that's what I'm talking about right there.
Well, listen, to the sister wives and carrying on, we want to thank you for your time. Thank you for being transparent as possible and for coming on here and for exposing us or giving us a glimpse into your world. I'm not there to sit down there and to have my titties hanging out with the fat boys, but it's okay.
Can't take them nowhere.
Okay.
Is it okay if we put this on our channel?
You can. It's you. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You're welcome to it.
But you're welcome to it.
All platforms. Well.
Okay. So with that being said, if anybody wants to know more about you or whatever, where would you tell them to go if they're trying to research you?
My name on IG is Immortal.babaji. It's not gonna pop up there. They ghosted me on IG, but my backup page will pop up. Immortal.chief .babaji. But you can still put in Immortal Babaji. That's BABJI. And it'll pop up and you can just inbox me and you can see my information there. And if you look in our bio, we have our music, we have our my teachings, we have a whole channel, Carbonation TV, on IG with nothing but my teachings. Nothing but, I have a quote page. It's called quotes.by the Messiah. And it has nothing but quotes from me. So if you wanted the knowledge, we have Carbonation TV on YouTube, which is nothing but knowledge, playlists of knowledge. If people wanted to know what I stood for, what I was about, and take the time to research, you can go there as well. Also, we have Spotify. Go look up NATUREBOY. You can hear my music. My song is out right now, Shining Bright. Go check it out. Or you can search Carbonation TV and listen to our music to hear our message. It's all there. You want the cookbook? Go to iBooks and put in Carbonation. All of my books are gonna pop up. I have books out right now, published, with my teachings. All of that for free. Everything is free.
So I have a question before you sign off here. How would you like to come back and do an exclusive with me all about music? We're not gonna talk about
well, I already asked him to do that, sir. Sorry, I didn't tell you, but I already asked him to do it. I told him that we were.
I want to bring you to Atlanta Hot Radio, and we're gonna do just exclusive radio and drop music, all your music only, and everything that we drop, you're gonna give us the experience and tell us what it's about and explain it, and it's gonna be about you.
I promise you, if you go to Spotify or Apple Music and you put in NATUREBOY Shining Bright, you're gonna like the song. I can guarantee you.
And I can guarantee you that I'm already typing it.
NATUREBOY Shining Bright. You're gonna fuck with that song.
We were 3 different entities, but when we're here,
it's on YouTube as well.
on the internet, that we come together. That Meach has a radio show that's talk radio. That you have Atlanta Hot Radio, and then I have Let's Talk with Aunt Nikki. So I explained that to him, and I already asked him if he wanted to.
And Meach, you missed your calling. You should be a spiritual guru, man. Like you got.
He is. People come to him for all. They come.
We'll talk when you come on the radio portion of this, because I'm gonna get into something with you, honey, that I know you ain't talked about in a long time, but we ain't gonna do that here.
All right, so okay. For the audience of my followers, where can they find you guys on social media outside of YouTube? If they want to get in contact with you guys.
Listen, I'm gonna put all of that up here. Wait, you know what? Hold on.
I was gonna say, if anybody want to find me, just send me. Y'all are on most of. I think all of your followers are probably in my YouTube. So just tell them I'll put up my stuff in. Just if they put a comment in there that they want to follow me or whatever, I'll put up all the stuff on there on the page, because it's not
okay.
Because I'm in the comments too as Miss Boss A1. That's my other YouTube page. So when people saw that was me.
No, where can people come and get, like, what's your IG pages?
Oh, Aunt Nikki Aunt Nikki _215.
Y'all see this link tree right here? That's scrolling.
Yeah, that's
go to my link tree, and y'all will get everything y'all need to know right there.
What's yours, man? Where can we get in contact with you?
Big Guy ENT and the number 1.
Big what?
Big Guy ENT and number 1.
Oh, Big Guy ENT. Okay.
And the number 1.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on the platform. I gotta get some rest.
All right, you guys. Thank y'all
Thanks
so
again
much
for having us on the platform. And we're gonna put this on our YouTube, where we got about 84,000 followers, so it'll promote y'all as well.
Good.
Yeah, we got, what do we have? 86,000 now? 86, 87, or something like that.
Nikki, give me your IG again, Aunt what?
Aunt Nikki _215.
I'm putting it over here on Facebook.
Yeah. Lord,
I'm putting it over here on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. It's in the YouTube. I'm putting it in the YouTube comments.
Okay.
Okay.
I just did too.
So all right. So let's let you get back to your family and carrying on and all of that and things and we'll keep in touch with you very much so. Thank you so much for doing this. This was definitely a treat.
I love myself.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, she said, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, honey, thank you all for showing up and for showing out. Y'all done showed out. For those of y'all who wondered how come I didn't put why I didn't put your comments up here tonight, because y'all was being very that way, honey. Y'all was being that way.
It wasn't going to be that kind
and
of
we
show.
promised that it wasn't going to be that way. And had I put the comments up there like we usually do, it would have destroyed the flow.
Yeah.
It would have destroyed the flow.
And y'all know
that
one up there. Wait, this one up there. Oh, that one up there. He made me promise to behave. And I did. Ain't y'all proud of me?
Yes, actually, you did pretty good. But would you, you did
Some of
good,
the
honey. But
stuff
I
I
knew
had
you was
to
getting
ask.
hyped.
Some of the stuff I did have to ask. But I made sure that I asked them in a respectful way. And I
Yeah.
prefaced it by, I'm just asking as a mom and an auntie. I'm not being
No,
disrespectful.
but what I like about it is he was able to take my perspective from what I read and everything that, you know what I'm saying, we sent to. He was able to take it and add some knowledge to it. And now I kind of understand him.
Right.
I get
I
it.
mean, like I said,
I get it. I get it. Wait a minute. Okay, well, now that Eric Buck is saying something, I would love to come on tomorrow to discuss a few. You right about the comments. I have to admit, of course, I know, honey.
Yeah,
Trust me, I know.
I do want us to do a recap so that we can address some of the things, not the nasty shit, because we promised that wasn't what it was going to be.
Red is vicious on the low.
All the time, but he be talking about me, Stan. Always talk about me. But I mean, like I said, when I first talked to him on the phone, I said, "Oh, okay, Alexis." I said,
Yeah.
"I don't rock with everything that you do. However, we want to give you a platform where you can get it out."
Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that, honey, because like I said, what this was an opportunity to make sure that everybody's voice get heard. And like I said, in researching and hearing everybody bicker, I know, child, like I said, one of them, it wasn't even 2 minutes. I had to cut it off because the first question out the mouth was an attack. And it was a guy, and then the girl was waiting. I didn't even hear her open up her goddamn mouth. She was waiting to pounce, and you could see it in her face. She's sitting there rocking. I mean, shit, her hair was moving. I was like, oh, I can't do this.
It has been so many things and so many controversies. And what I will say is, I can't believe everything the people who don't like him say. I can't believe everything they hear because we're not there. But what we could offer was you to be able to say what you needed to say. Am I going to say that we're never going to interview somebody else who may have been there and left? No, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to offer them the same thing. I'm going to let you say what you need to say because it would just only be right. This is not going to be the platform where I'm, even though I want to. Sometimes, like I really wanted to be like, what up did you? But I'm glad I didn't. Because then
I didn't even see that, Stan.
Stan
wanted to come in. He wanted to come in, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, we can't have you coming in there trying to lock him up now.
Okay.
We'll never get in another interview.
This interview was cool. Usually he goes off on the deep end with some of those questions, but y'all was able to say things without saying them because it wasn't about being salacious. See, a lot of folks come in and want to cut, they want the nastiness. See, just like I said, I'm gonna get raw, but I was trying to be cute about it. But me being me, I was being a little too cute. So no, how y'all fucking was the question. Okay, how is this? And are you fucking the boy?
You got to remember this though, and everybody know the number one rule in life when you're trying to doggone get something, you get more with sugar than shit. Okay,
and maybe some people's questions might have actually been answered. Now, whether you believe them or not, we actually got to hear him answer some questions as opposed to go the fuck off and hang up off the live.
And he opened up.
I understand that. Rain, we are the people that have been watching from the beginning have reasons why they come to him like that. I understand that.
But that's what we were trying to explain to y'all. I have been watching from the beginning. And I understand what everybody was saying. Y'all heard me say, one time you did some shit where I was cussing you out all over my shit.
Yeah, but anytime somebody can take a man of his stature and he's impressed by the way we're presenting ourselves to him based on all the other interviews and people that have tried to pull him on the different media, bro, I mean, that means we know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not going
We
to
know
get.
what we're doing. It's not the fact that somebody's getting brainwashed or believing everything or whatever. But at the end of the day,
Oh, this is a good point. This
sometimes
is
you
a
need to
good
let some
point.
people say some shit.
Hell of the poet.
That's a real
Who
good
are
point,
accountable for the
Helene.
fact that they have
That,
chosen this lifestyle. That's what I said. Remember
and
when I
that's
said?
why.
That's why I said you don't choose them, right?
Which is why I wanted
They
to,
choose
to
you,
make
right?
sure that we drove that point home. Okay, because no, it's not like this is this. When you get here, this is what this is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So are you really
And
ready
you
to
came,
be there?
and like he said, I didn't ask you to come in. You came here. True
No doubt.
that. You know,
And that's
and
what I'm
that's why it's everything. But again, going on the young thing, it's like, okay, yeah, they chose, but you know, youth, honey, is flighty. They're still discovering life. And as y'all heard him say, oh, that fucked him up because he's like, okay, now you done tapped into something that I'm working on, and ain't nobody supposed to know that, basically, you know. So those
You
are the
let them
things.
know to his face. You say you a charmer.
Yeah,
We know that. You say all the right stuff. And
right.
sometimes when people are misguided or hurt in their feelings or in they like to say, in their lower selves, you've been hurt, you've been dogged out, your family don't love you and all kinds of stuff. And then there's somebody who say some things that resonate with you.
Is to even let people you hate let them talk.
Come
Exactly.
on, Roger.
Exactly. Thank you. Well, okay, we gonna do another recap
We're gonna
tomorrow.
do a recap.
Okay, because
We got another guest tomorrow too, but it won't
yeah,
be as long as this.
yeah. And carrying on. So we got some things coming up tomorrow. We'll let y'all know that then. You guys, wait a minute. What Rain, what you saying? They chosen this lifestyle too, but they also have tried to leave and he won't let them. We have seen that time and time again. He may say they can leave, but he won't let them. Well, we've uncovered that. Remember, we were saying, okay, that's part of his thing, you know,
That's
as
his
far
thing.
as
He don't
not
want them to
wanting to
leave.
get
He
the
admitted it. He
family.
don't want them to leave.
We've uncovered that. So, and I don't know if that's the first time that he's admitted that. I think it has been because y'all see we got a lot of time when he was at Paul's. Okay, he was paused.
Because he said so many times in the past he has abandonment issues.
Right.
That's why I'm like, stop letting people come there. Stop letting people come there. Because if they're ready to leave, you don't want them to leave.
These are weak-minded people that he's playing on. He knows the type to come and get on. Well, you know what? If they're young, honey, they don't have any life experience.
Right.
You understand? And y'all know what it was when you became 18, 19 and could move out your mama's house and be grown and you don't know shit from Shinola. And all you got is a handful of shit, thinking that you finna do a floor. And it's all about life. It's life experience and understanding how to navigate it. So that was something that we were able to uncover. Now, how he navigates and move forward from this, you know, he's a part of his teachings. He's got to sit down and meditate with himself and to come up with those particular answers. Because the loyalty I understand about being loyal, but just like we all know, life is a series of change. And if I get here and ready to go because I've outgrown this, it's just like being y'all on the island. Okay, y'all, you gonna outgrow the damn island or the house. Everybody moves. Even if you move from hell. What did he say? They went from Atlanta to damn Hawaii. You move. So, you know,
I think they came back to Atlanta from Hawaii. They was in Costa Rica first, and it was like Honduras, Mexico. It was a whole bunch of different places. Belize. So Rain, if I could tell you all that, trust me, baby, I've been there since Yaya was his wife. Okay. So understand, I've been there from the beginning too. That first BBC, what you call? You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want a shouting match. I wanted to finally see if we could get him to answer some questions, and he did. Is he telling the truth or is he lying? I don't know.
Right. Okay. You're right, Rain. Rain, we trying, but we still run on our mouth, ain't we? Okay.
Rain, you make sure you subscribe. So when we do
y'all
the recap,
subscribe,
you can
follow. Y'all make sure y'all share this with everybody and carry it on. For those of y'all who for all of the bloggers who follow him and carry on, I know y'all got tons of sound bites y'all can get up out here. Y'all make sure y'all credit my ass, bitches. Okay. Okay.
If I see my name, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, and we're gonna go from there. So no, because the way how the grid
Subscribe,
is,
y'all.
honey.
Like, share, subscribe. Especially we're gonna
Okay.
have a recap to talk about all the what
Oh,
you call it, the
DeMarco,
comments and stuff.
wait, DeMarco said y'all got some amazing patience.
Listen, it's
Did
the
you know
wisdom
what?
we've gained.
When and then part of it is we came up in here. Red was our sounding board because he know, you know, where we were with this. Nikki was the hot button. Y'all know I'm menopausal, so I have hot flashes because you know, and it's because yeah, okay, and carrying on. And Red was like, okay, I'm gonna be the sounding board, so he was gonna play bumper cars.
When
Okay,
y'all
let me
heard Red say cheesesteak, when he said
yeah, we
Philly
had came up with
cheesesteak,
the
because he
password.
knew I was about to
We
pop
came up
the
with
fuck
code
out.
words. Philly cheesesteak, okay. Pipe down, honey, pipe down. Okay.
And I did. Thank you, brother. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. So when we do a recap, because we do want to be able to address some of the comments in a recap.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if y'all
yeah.
subscribe and stuff, then y'all will be able to see it when it comes up.
Right.
It wasn't that we
Okay.
didn't want to answer y'all. We just wanted to be able to get the interview. That's
Exactly. So we're gonna do it, and then a lot of what y'all was saying, we end up getting to anyway because a lot of it was, you know, this that, and another. So having said all that, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there. That's Big Red, honey. If you love me, if you love us, tell all of your friends, honey. If you
But
hate me or if you hate us, tell all of your motherfucking enemies.
every last
But
one.
do know this. Uh, any way, state, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing right here will move forward. We thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys on the next go round. So, having said all of that, my darling, and scene, honey.
Yes, baby.